Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340. Go Balls!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock, 3:01 on a Wednesday afternoon edition of the program. Alongside Bob Baskerville, Walker Smith through the glass in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Bear once again MIA. Continuing to stew over his "what you talking about" disaster. He insists that he will have the, quote, last laugh on. What a prima donna.
He's a hack.
Oh, I was just going to say, he's like, how long is this going to go? I mean, we've got practice started today. And he is still pitching a fit about the stupid game. I mean, it's a stupid game at the end of the day, right, Bob?
Yes.
It's a stupid game.
Yes.
Doing all right?
I'm doing good.
You ready for talk a little ball?
Absolutely.
Practice happening?
Did you watch any Hard Knocks last night?
I watched the whole thing.
I watched about half of it. I got my fill. That was good, though.
A taste?
Those Super Bowl rings are absurd. Just absurd.
Have you seen the Seahawks Super Bowl rings, Walker?
I haven't looked at them, but I've heard that they're ridiculous and all the stuff that goes with it.
I mean,
like they're battery powered. You gotta
they expand like Voltron or something.
They have button
Transformers. They're Transformer.
They
rings.
have a button that opens up a compartment to. It's unbelievable.
Well, those championship rings, Super Bowl rings, have always been comically large, like always, right? Or at least for the last 30 years or so. But this one takes it to a new level. This is, I mean, it's to the point where it's got to be uncomfortable to wear, right? You can't wear it and do stuff.
No, you could mess somebody up though in a fight with one of those things.
I'd be worried I'm going to break the ring.
Yeah,
it's got 50 diamonds on it.
Yeah, it's worth some money. There's no doubt. But
and
yeah, that to me is always the beginning of football season.
Yeah,
like just hearing that music bed underneath on the opening.
Yeah,
yeah,
and Liev Schreiber's commentary.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and proselytize for the show. It has jumped to the shark. I think it's not as good as it once was, but
agreed.
It's I enjoy it, man. I can't not watch. I just love the behind the scenes stuff, like showing Mike McDonald in his office, talking with the players and his family and stuff. So they're giving the Seahawks their Super Bowl rings, and they're at like this big banquet, and the rings lower down to the tables in this ballroom from the ceiling.
Yes.
I mean, it's like they're at a Kanye concert or something. I mean, it's the production of it, of just delivering the rings to the players. I mean, imagine, because you got 53 players, then coaches, personnel, imagine 70, 80, 90 rings being lowered on contraptions from the ceiling. Like, it's hard to even explain what that looked like.
Yeah, I mean, honest to God, to put that thing together, they probably had somebody who does like concert tours or whatever to do that, to have all those drop, in harmony, so to speak. They all came down at the same time, and it was crazy.
I feel like we've just gone past the point where they can wear their championship ring out in public without like them being absurdly too big. I don't know when we passed that point, if it was recently or if it was a lot longer ago that I'm thinking about. But you meet anyone, especially in the last 5 to 10 years, like they're not wearing their championship ring out. It's too big.
I'm trying to think of like a comparison, like how big those rings were. Or that it's as big as a pack of cigarettes. Like literally as big as, I mean, it's just ginormous.
Yeah, it was a lot. It looks like something like maybe you would see the Infinity Stone,
A gauntlet.
Thanos in my favorite movie of all time.
They get
Avengers
Super Bowl
Endgame.
gauntlets.
Your favorite movie of all time, huh?
Yeah. Walker knows. That's my favorite.
Yeah. You love that movie, I'm sure.
It's amazing. It was good though. It was good to just see something that's a semblance of football coming back. But you're right, Schreiber's got that great voice, but the cute, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Playing for his 6th team in 6 years.
So practice starts today over on the campus of the University of Tennessee. I've seen some pictures, I've not done my deep dive yet on practice, so I'm not sure how much information is out there. I'm sure you've seen a couple of things. Anything stand out to you so far from day one?
Not to sound like Bear, but man, the guys look different, like in terms of their build.
Okay.
Namely, like I see it mostly with at least some of the video you saw, I saw the defensive guys, like Amari Campbell looks like
he's a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's some of the feedback, and we'll hear more about this later in the show, but that's been some of the feedback from some of the people who were on site, is just the Derek Owings experience is real, man. There's these guys, they look different on video, and from people who were there in person, they look very different when you see them in person, from what I'm hearing.
Which is what we wanted from him. We wanted to turn
physical edge.
We wanted to turn this team into a get off the bus kind of team, where you see him get off the bus, you look at him, and you're like, oh, we don't want to play those guys.
We want to be like Indiana. I mean, Indiana, and watching them last year, one of the things that stood out is just the relentlessness of it, right? I mean, they were the same intensity in the third quarter as they are in the first quarter, as they are in the fourth quarter. It's just
right.
There was no drop off there.
Right. And I mean, somebody uses the term, and I agree. Like, it looks like not lighter, but leaner. If that's, you know what I mean? It's more muscle mass for a lot of these guys, which has got to translate over to like the offensive line and players like that too. Saw some video of the quarterbacks throwing it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just route tree today.
Routes on air, yeah.
Way too early to make any sweeping judgments, takeaways from that, correct?
Correct. If you were just looking at that as far as routes on air, there's a lot of contention that McIntyre won the day, but it's routes on air. That's very different than like competition.
So did you watch the end of Hard Knocks?
No.
So the last 10 minutes, it was kind of funny. It's just a montage basically of, they had the big coaches meeting in the ballroom where it's like, every assistant, and there's like 30 people and Mike McDonald's head, and every coach, they've got a montage of saying, well, we'll know pads on.
Yeah.
We won't know until we put the pads on. You put the pads on, football's a game played in pads. You got to put the pads on to know who's player. They just did that for like 2 minutes straight. Is kind of funny, underlying what a ubiquitous sports cliche that is in football circles. But
you got to put the pads on.
Yeah, to your point about George and Faison, it's one thing when you're out there, no shoulder pads, throwing routes on air. The DBs aren't out there. It's another thing when you're taking live fire, and it is
Yeah.
coverage. I would expect George to be a little bit sharper. We are so rushing to crown Faison Brandon, and he very well may be the guy. If I had to bet, I would bet that he ultimately wins this competition for a variety of reasons: potential, production, the future. I think we're better off with him. Or obviously, he's the long-term guy here. You don't want to lose him. But it just feels like there's a lot of confirmation bias out there in Tennessee fan land of, look, Faison looks good in his uniform. Oh, Faison looked good on that 10-yard quick out to the backup slot wide receiver in routes on air. He's the guy, and I would just caution against that.
I'm Team Faison.
I know.
So I'm one of those guys. Sorry, but
Are you going to be okay if it's George?
Yeah, as long as he can deliver, that's all.
You want to play the guy who gives you the best chance to win, right?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. I'll be fine if he doesn't. Then I want fire.
Then what? Well, see, that's what I'm asking. You're clearly not going to be fine. You're going to have issues.
Well, no, if he doesn't deliver the goods, yeah, I won't. I will have it. Everybody.
You
will
want
have
Heupel to be
issues.
fired?
No. I'm just saying that was a little.
Okay.
That was a little bit of a
pump the brakes there. A little bit of hyperbole.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be a quarterback battle that's going to be defined by the scrimmages that they play that we're probably not going to be able to see. Which, Heupel, he took to the podium today at first, or not podium, he just talked to the media today. And he's like, yeah, we watch every throw. We watch everything these guys do. I don't think it changes your mind if he, completes one screen pass to the next one. What will change his mind is if one guy performs a little bit better in each scrimmage than the other.
Yeah. And those first two scrimmages are critical.
It's critical.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder at what point in time, how long does Josh leave this hanging?
I think
How long did he leave it till? I'm trying to guess how long he's done it recently.
I don't remember. Last year, I want to say he named Joey the starter after the second scrimmage, like 2 weeks before kickoff. I remember the first year when it was Joe Milton versus Hendon Hooker. And remember, Milton won that competition. They named Milton the starter the week of the game, the first week. So I would anticipate this goes on for at least 3 weeks through that second scrimmage, I think. Yeah, I think they'll have the first major scrimmage and then a chance for your guys to either solidify their roles or, correct mistakes, whatever. But I would imagine, unless there's just a glaring difference between the two players after the first scrimmage, that they'll give them through the second scrimmage, which I believe is not maybe 2 weeks from this coming Saturday.
Okay. So that'd be,
I think the first major scrimmage is a week from this Saturday, and then they do it again.
Yeah. So that would be, it'd be close. That would be around the 20th.
Is that okay? Are we going to be able to
No, that's
wait it
fine.
out?
I
It's
think
a long time, 2.5 weeks, a long time to wait.
If he makes that call a couple weeks before, then I'm actually, whoever it is, I'm good with that. I just don't want him to drag it out till the Monday before.
week of.
Yeah, the Monday before the first.
What if it's that close? What if it's too close to call? I mean, we're going to have our guy Ben McKee on in hour 2, and I was thinking about that on the way in. Like we've asked a lot of these guys, Shump. I remember Adam Sparks in particular. Like, would he play too? And Sparks was adamant. He's like, yeah. I mean, if there's no separation, and the competition has to carry on into the games, right?
Yeah.
I don't see a scenario where you go through the entire season playing two quarterbacks, but I can certainly see both guys getting playing time against Furman and even Georgia Tech.
I would be very worried if we didn't have it figured out by Georgia Tech. Because Georgia Tech, yes, we play these ACC teams that, we normally have been worried about, but then crush. Georgia Tech is a little different. This was really, really good last year. They have a former Alabama quarterbacking them this upcoming year.
If it's not figured out, it's not figured out. And you play, that's probably not a great thing. You would like somebody to just say, this is my job, I'm the man. But, everybody goes back to the 04 Schaefer-Nange thing. I'll take it back even further than that. I remember in 1992, Andy Kelly has left, and it was Jerry Colquitt and Heath Schuler. And I think Colquitt played first. Alert listener might correct me on that. But Colquitt and Schuler were splitting reps. I remember the first game or two of the season, and it was not clear who was better. And so that went on into, I think it was the third game of the year, the second or third game of the year. We played Georgia in Athens, and Heath Schuler took the job.
Yeah.
Heath Schuler made the plays, and the rest is history. But that was a competition that was undecided, and it went into the season.
Fuzzy OG on the live chat says, I think they both play in the Furman game, and then the Georgia Tech starter will go from there.
I mean, I hope they both play in the Furman game just because we're beating them bad enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I
think
wonder
that
how long it'd be for each one.
Yeah, I do think that, and I'm okay with that, by the way, is like if that becomes kind of the beta test, like let's see how they both do in live action, even if it's against an FCS team.
But then you get into if you're, see, I almost think you got a split series. Like, okay, say George gets the first series just based on seniority.
Yeah.
Because it's that close. Like, I think you give him 2 or 3 series to show what he could do, and then you bring Faison. I don't think you wait till the second half, because then you get into he was playing with the backups against the backups. And
sure.
Did so-and-so really get a fair shake here? I think you got to give them both an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially by possessions, because you could argue, hey, we could do it quarter by quarter. Well, there's quarters and drives where each team gets 2 and each team might get 1.5. So it'd be better to break it up by series if they do it that way, just to keep it even, at least until halftime, and then you go from there.
I was going to say, or even quarter, first and second or whatever. But okay, so that's now I'm of the belief that's what it's going to be.
You're like Bear, man.
I don't think so.
Your opinion is so easily swayed.
I know.
And you came on here thinking it's Faison's George who? And now all of a sudden, no, they're both going to play.
No, that's who I think should be the guy. But there's a lot of compelling arguments that given the opponent, and we're not coming out of the gates against a heavy power conference opponent in the first game. I could see them experimenting.
Sir, this just came across my desk. Have you seen Georgia's new all-white uniforms?
I did see those. I saw those last night. This is the first time I'm seeing them right now. I actually think they look
It's
good.
pretty sharp.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a huge alternate uniform guy, as longtime listeners of the program are probably all too painfully aware, but that's clean.
No, I think it looks good. I mean, I know I'm sure there's going to be some Georgia fans that are just, clutching their kind of the new normal. I have a friend who's a hardcore Georgia fan, and I think he was saying the last time they had
the Power Rangers uniforms.
I think that was it.
Oh, God, those were awful. These actually look good.
He said 2020 was the last time they had.
Oh,
well, and he might be thinking maybe it was fall of 2020 off the heels of COVID.
Those Power Ranger uniforms were like 15 years ago. They wore them against Boise State in an opener in the Georgia Dome. They were awful.
These are good. I mean, I love an all-white uniform. It's unless you're like the Green Bay Packers and you decide to wear a white helmet. I think an all-white uniform plays for just about any team. It's just a clean look.
If the kids, the players on UT, like they love the road whites, the stormtroopers. Like that's their favorite combo to wear. And I get it, man. It's a clean look.
White looks fast.
What's going to be interesting, because this would be unprecedented, is we're getting really meta here, but will Georgia wear white cleats with those? Because they always wear black.
I think you have to, don't you?
I would think so, but they've never worn white shoes.
Really?
They've always
ever?
I don't think. Maybe back in the Herschel Walker
I think
era.
Herschel wore white.
Yeah.
So it's not unprecedented. The other thing that's I've seen bandied about, Georgia Tech wears white at home a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they are going to, I'm fine wearing orange down there at night.
Sure.
Let's do it. Why not?
A lot to get into this afternoon. Go ahead and open up the phone lines. Open lines this hour. Your thoughts after day one of practice we're talking about practice. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on board. Walker Smith will greet you as you call in today, 865-966-3435. When we continue, more from Tennessee football practice this morning over on campus, plus Rick Barnes releasing his first official statement on Jalen Washington, and Zakai Ziegler still in the news. We got some basketball talk to get to. It is The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway.
Practice for Josh Heupel and the Volunteers. Couple of other notes coming out of day one. Josh Heupel saying that wide receiver TK Keys won't be, quote, full go until after the first couple of days of preseason practice. Says, quote, there's just a couple of things we want to manage here on day 1, day 2, but he's ready to go. Added that he's dealing a little soft tissue situation. Got to be wary of that soft tissue, Bob.
I know.
Not like that hard tissue that you can just sort of do whatever. That soft tissue. Got to be extra careful with.
I've seen varying videos today. This is getting down into the weeds, but
let's go, man.
Was
We
Josh-
got 3 hours. Let's get in the weeds.
Well, this is about Josh. Was he wearing the black
Yes.
pullover thing? I thought it looked good.
Man in black.
I liked it. Man, it was pretty simple too for an Adidas thing. It wasn't too crazy. No, I'm serious. You know, it just had Vols and the Adidas 3-stripe, and that's it.
Walker, any thoughts on Josh Heupel's practice field attire this morning?
I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I'm thinking about what Josh was wearing, nor did I even know what he was wearing at the time.
I'm just speaking
Day one, and we're already breaking him down?
No. I'm actually applauding. As a fellow big guy, man, orange is not always great. You gotta.
I see what you did there.
The black is
It's the best color for a big guy.
It is. That's exactly my point. That's all.
It's fact.
One of us. That's what I'm
Truly.
saying, Walker.
Is he a big guy? I mean, he's got a couple of extra pounds around him, but I don't.
He's a big guy. I mean,
you know, he's like me. You're a little bit big. You're not huge, but you know, wearing black makes you look better.
TK Keys. See, I want to talk about our 5-star freshman wide receiver.
I'd love to.
I want to talk ball this afternoon. I want to talk wins and losses, scheme. And I've got Baskerville over here. Like, just because Bear's here doesn't mean that you have to take up the mantle of trying to pull the show down into the gutter.
I'm not pulling it down.
We can just sit here and talk ball. Like, that's allowed, you know?
He's speaking his mind. It's what Bob really cares about. The football practice, what Josh Heupel is wearing.
No, it's just one of many things I care about, Walker. That's all.
I mean, how high up is it on the list of things you care about?
No, I don't know.
It's got to be like top 5.
One of the first things he brought up today.
It's got to be.
Well,
top
I
5.
even said, I go getting into the weeds here, giving you the opportunity to say, well, let's not get into the weeds. You said, no, let's bring it. I was like, okay.
I thought I was talking about TK Keys. I thought we were going to go down the depth chart. I thought we were going to start talking about his impact as a true freshman. I didn't know that you were going to immediately try to veer the conversation towards Josh Heupel's weight, which is a recurring theme with you. Day one.
Have I said I've not
You
said.
said he's a big guy.
Yeah, that's yeah. There's a lot of big guys. That's not saying anything.
There's a lot of big guys out there.
The fact that
could have been any number.
I did
one
not
of them
bring
he was
up the
talking
term.
People know what you're doing. I'm looking at the live chat right now. You're very proud of yourself. What's happening in there? I mean, the mouth breathers in the Fan Run YouTube chat have taken this and run with it as well. Not going to even repeat what Kid Huddy just said. That's absolutely abhorrent.
Yeah.
That's funny.
As far as TK Keys goes,
yes,
he looks the part. I mean, I also heard, I think the guys from VolQuest were saying that they were also they were struck by that Tyreek King, as they termed it, looked like he belonged out there.
Mhm.
I love that.
And he's the guy who didn't enroll early.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyreek King, his alma mater, might not be going to the TSS AA playoffs this year, but he's on to bigger and better things.
He certainly is.
Choir boys making an impact.
They won't be making an impact this year on the football field. The best thing they can do
Cedar
is
Bluff,
hope their alumni do well.
From Cedar Bluff, it's a long road. Actually, it's not that long, 11 miles or so.
Yes. Just hop, skip, and a jump.
One of my hot takes, and I almost threw this out there, but I don't think it qualified for a quote fearless bold prediction yesterday. But all the talk about TK Keys, I think it's going to be Radarius Jackson in that third wide receiver spot.
That's a pretty good one.
Can I go even a little bit bolder?
Sure.
I like Travis Smith Jr. for that third wide receiver spot.
You might be right, Walker. I think he's third, man. I think it's between Keys and Radarius Jackson, or Radar, as the kids are calling him. The Jackson, first of all, like, he impressed me with just his athletic makeup last year in limited. Remember, he got crunched in that Georgia game, broke his collarbone, and missed a bunch of time. But
yeah,
I thought he looked long, lean, and mean. And then in the Adidas debut pictorials that were put out, like, he looks like a pro, man. Like, he's a big dude.
Yeah,
that's my pick. I think he's going to have a big year, and because of all the attention that is going to be paid to Staley and Matthews, I think whether it's Radar or TK Keys or Travis Smith Jr., I think that whoever takes that third spot is going to have an opportunity to shine.
I saw some video of Joakim Dotson.
Yeah,
I mean, they are so loaded at receiver. I mean, they got to develop some of these guys a little bit more. I get that, but got to get the ball to them, though.
Yeah, you're going to have some depth at wide receiver. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. Portions of our program are brought to you by our friends at SM Athletics. Football season just around the corner. If you're coaching a team, if you're part of a team, if you're part of a coaching staff, and you need uniforms, practice gear, coaches' polos, anything like that, SM Athletics can handle it. You check them out online at smathletics.com or just call 865-966-3434. A lot of mouths to feed in that wide receiver room. We'll see if they rotate more. It's always one of the more interesting aspects of the Heupel era and the Heupel offense is because of that tempo, they don't rotate like most other offenses. You watch the NFL, you watch Tennessee football pre-Heupel, third down, you're running in different players, you're changing up personnel. Like we just don't do that. Whoever is on the field to begin a possession is on the field throughout that possession. And unless there is injury or, maybe they get it down there on the goal line and they want to go big or something, which even then, I mean, more often than not, I feel like we just line up and go fast and try and run it in.
Mm-hmm.
But we just don't change personnel groupings. That makes it harder for especially wide receivers to get in and showcase that depth.
Got so much talent, man.
Good problem to have.
I know.
Good problem to have.
Fuzzy OG says each year they say we're going to rotate wide receivers. They always only use 3.
Yeah, he's right. I do feel like we rotate. They don't rotate, all right, but they will use their depth. In a big game, if we're playing Georgia Tech and it's close, certainly against Texas, Alabama, LSU, I don't think we'll rotate much at all. I think that the 3 starters will play most of the game.
Yeah.
If you're playing, and I know this is probably a bad example to use, but if we're at Arkansas and we're up big, Auburn, whoever, I think then, yeah, you'll see, okay, we'll put this guy in this situation in case of this, instead of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be a little bit more liberal with substitutions in that situation. But he's right. I mean, they say every year, oh, yeah, we're going to play 9 or 10 receivers, and they usually only play 3.
Yeah, well, I think the difference this year is that last year we all kind of felt we knew who the 3 were going to be. Or like at a certain point, we realized that the 3 were just so much better than everyone else that we had, and Staley, Brazel, and Mike Matthews, and there wasn't any room for people to go in. This year, we have Matthews and Staley are for sure going to be starting, but you're right, that 3rd spot is up for grabs. Kind of not unlike it wasn't as up for grabs last year compared to this year.
They did try
to see a little more rotation.
They did try to force Travis Smith in there at times last year,
but it felt forced because Staley was so much better, or whoever he was replacing was so much better.
He was rotating on the Mike Matthews side. Staley didn't come out much in the slot. Yeah, I think that they might split. They give Radarius the first series, and then maybe you see TK Keys in the second series, and that kind of thing. But you can play as long as that game is close. I think Matthews and Staley are going to be out there.
I would agree.
Let's go to the phones. for the first time this afternoon. It was a beautiful day here in East Tennessee. What a great time of year. College football practice kicking off. Feels good to be talking ball after a long, hot summer. We will play What You Talking About coming up in hour number 3. Yesterday, defending champion Nick walked right in and claimed his spot. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Brad in La Follette makes me laugh a lot. He could not take down the champion. But he did say something in the chat earlier today, Bob. You're telling me basically he said, unlike Bear, I show up after I pulled up my bootstraps today and came into work.
Yes, exactly. He said, unlike Bear, after my poor showing yesterday, I pulled up my bootstraps today and I came to work.
Attaboy, Brad.
That's right.
I told him, don't let this define you, Brad. You're better than what you showed yesterday.
Not all heroes wear capes, buddy.
Stay tuned for your cue to call. Get in on What You Talking About coming up here in about 2 hours. Daniel is up first today on the drive. Hello, Daniel.
Happy football season. Y'all doing okay today?
Hey, man, we're here in just a few weeks, man. It's going to be our boy. I'm blanking. My guy in St. Louis calling in, talking about Open the Tee. Lars. You don't remember this tradition, Bob? Were you with us at the beginning of the season?
I don't think I was there.
Oh, Lars has got to come in and open the tee.
Open the tee.
We do need that.
It is upon us. What also is upon us is a good, healthy quarterback battle. For the first time in many, many years, you mentioned Schaefer Range, going back to Garantano and then playing Harrison Bailey and then wanting to play Brian Maurer to Joe Milton over Hendon Hooker. And the list goes on and on to now being, for the first time, and I'm going to preface what I'm going to say, I'm pulling for the job. I think we're in a unique circumstance where we got a redshirt freshman and a true freshman going to lead the team in the next 2 to 3 years. With that being said, I think the leg up would have to be for Faison Brandon due to the fact that there has not been a delineation between the two. And you would think that George would have the leg up being in the system for his second year. And with everything coming out, I mean, maybe they're just snowing us or whatnot by the people who have access. But I just for the first time, I just want the best man to win. But I think Brandon has the early edge. That's my takeaway.
I just think we don't know. I think that's what's driving fans and media so crazy is we don't know. Usually in a quarterback battle, you'll have seen a guy play. You'll have like a sophomore and, he's played a couple of reps in garbage time the year before. Or maybe you got a transfer who there's tape of him playing at, whatever, Northwestern State. And you could say, okay, well, we can extrapolate from that, right? We don't have any of that. George threw 10 passes last season. Faison missed most of his senior season of high school ball. So that element of the unknown, I think it's frustrating to pundits and fans alike. But to me, it's also kind of intriguing. There's kind of an anything could happen type feeling going into this thing.
I genuinely could. I really want the best guy to win. The reason why I think many are saying this about Faison, and for myself included, you just look at the off season. He's put on weight. He looks the part, and just the fact that George has never taken it, just taken the reins. He's never just been solidified. Be like, this is my job. I've been here 2 years. I know the playbook. This is mine to lose. It's never been one way or the other.
Yeah. Again, we just haven't seen him out there. So it's exciting. Look, man, I get Faison fever. I do. It's fun. It's the Blake Slate thing. We can project all our hopes and dreams onto him. And I've heard great things behind the scenes about Faison and what he's capable of. But man, you just never know with these true freshmen. I'll say this, whoever wins it, it's going to be a great indication of Heupel's ability as a developer to get somebody ready. You know, if they go out there and they're, you know, putting up 450 of offense a game, scoring 40 points a game, like Heupel has generally done, I mean, you can't doubt this guy as a quarterback and offensive developer.
Still, no
Russell,
matter. I was just going to say real quick, Daniel, one other thing is I feel like no matter what happens between these two, it still feels like we're a far cry away. I think back to like the Justin Worley era, respectfully. I mean, there was some bad quarterback play on this team, and I don't think either one of these guys is going to be presenting that with Heupel developing them.
Without a doubt, I think the upside is incredible between the. That's why I don't have a preference. I just want the best man win because I think the upside is huge. I'm on the way out, guys. I just like football's here, but I am so ready for basketball. And this stuff with Jalen Washington, this doesn't happen to us. We don't fall into a 6'10", 250-pound center in the and he falls into our hands after having the portal haul that we. Oh man, I don't ever want to fast forward football, but I am looking forward to basketball. Y'all have a good day and go Vols.
Thank you, Daniel. It's a good time, man. We're living through a Big Orange Pax Romana right now.
That's a recurring comment, though, right? A form of that comment. How many people have we heard so far this summer saying, "Man, I can't wait for basketball"?
Yeah, the hype is real around it. We'll get into hear what Rick Barnes had to say about Jalen Washington today as the official release came out of UT Sports for Jalen Washington. We'll tell you what the head coach had to say about him. And Zakai Ziegler not letting his lawsuit against the NCAA go. We'll tell you what's up with ZZ as well. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Matlock Tire, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair shop since 1953. Matlock means auto service you can trust. At Matlock, they don't just do tires, they also do oil changes, brake repair, wheel alignments, and more. Visit one of their 5 locations in Farragut, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. You can schedule your service online today at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hi, this is Dr. Mike Costa at Malone & Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. Do you feel like your smile is holding you back? Are you not as confident because of your smile? Here at Knoxville Smiles, we specialize in giving you that smile that you've always dreamed of. So set up your appointment today and boost your confidence with a nicer smile. Call us at 865-539-1776 or just go online to knoxvillesmiles.com.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
End your weekdays with Overtime, Monday through Thursday, right here on Fan Run Radio, as we cover all things Vols, college sports, and take your calls. It's Overtime with me, Garrett Armbrust, and Caleb DeBusk on Fan Run Radio, weeknights 6 to 8 p.m.
Back here on The Drive, it's Fan Run Radio, Wednesday afternoon edition of the program. We're on 105.7 FM, 1340 AM here in Knoxville. We're on fanrunradio.com. We're on the free Fan Run app. There's where most of y'all listen live. We are on podcast presented by our friends over at Broadway Carpets. Check that out online, broadwaycarpets.com. We are on YouTube at Fan Run Sports. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm sorry for calling the YouTube chatters idiots earlier.
I didn't catch that.
But some of them are idiots, aren't they?
Nah, I love them.
What do you think the idiot factor in the YouTube chat is?
I don't know. They're all good by me.
70, 80%?
No, it's
you think the YouTube chat is 100% legitimate, like add a lot to the show commenters?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
God. And that's not just me being disingenuous. I mean, I thank them every show at the end of the show. We can't. There's, like our friend Jake Crane would say, there's no us without you. Am I right?
Sure, but there's a moron factor in there. There just is.
Okay.
Walker, what's the moron factor in the Fan Run YouTube? 20, 30%?
Oh, man, it depends by the day. It depends on the day. It depends on the show. Like, I feel like for a regular Wednesday show, I'd give it like 50-50. You know, there are some weirdos in there that we're probably not going to read your chats, but there are some guys that we read quite often, as opposed to, you know, when we get into a voluntary reaction here in about a month, I think that skyrockets to like maybe 90-10 in terms of the idiots in the chat.
Posty 25 says, this is a fountain of wisdom, sir.
Wisdom.
JW Vols says, the idiot factor on screen right now is at least 50%. I can't believe they would talk about you like that, Bob. That is absolutely abhorrent.
Spoiler alert.
Terrible comment.
They're not.
Wow. How could you be so sure?
So TK Keys met with the media today and had some interesting comments about Faison Brandon.
Yeah, he was talking about, all these receivers. And I think this, by the way, this correlates to the pros and everything else. You know, they got their guys, man. And he was just talking about kind of the zip that he could hear it on Faison's passes.
He could hear the zip.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a real thing.
Is that not a Joe Milton-esque kind of comment right there?
No.
Are we going to have him throw an orange next?
You know what he means. Like when you know the sound of a really good spiral coming off someone's hand.
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, it's an amazing sound.
Who threw a ball to you that you could hear?
Derek Dooley.
I mean, I would hear it when I was covering ASU practices at school. I would watch.
When you were covering it?
Yeah, I reported on ASU football my last year.
You could where were you that you could hear the passes?
At practice on the sideline.
You could hear the pass from the sideline.
Like, yeah, you can hear a guy flick the football and hear it zoom. You're acting like I'm crazy. This is a thing that it happens.
Bob, are you buying that? I've been to a lot of football practices. I've never heard the ball whiz.
I've never been close enough to know, to be honest with you. But I don't doubt Walker. I don't think Walker's an idiot. You're kind of now adding.
I didn't call him an idiot. Don't put words in my mouth.
Process of elimination here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, man, we're in a tough spot.
Tough spot.
I'll tell you what, it's opening day of practice, though, when have you seen what Lane Kiffin's been saying about Sam Levitt?
Yeah.
What's he been saying about my guy?
This comes from AYS Sports, Blake Ruffino, who does a lot of the coverage down there for LSU. He says, on mobility, Lane Kiffin says, if you saw Sam Levitt today on day one, you would not have been able to tell that he had an injury, which I think is a little disingenuous, but
okay.
He's already talking up his guy.
But could you hear his passes?
I don't know, possibly.
I didn't get to watch Sam Levitt play, sadly.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get to – you could have been on the sideline for Levitt.
I could have been, but graduated college.
Were you there for Jaden Daniels?
No. Well, I was a freshman then, and I wasn't around practice or covering it when I was a freshman. I mean, though, we had so many different quarterbacks while I was there, I forget all of them.
All right, basketball, Jalen Washington's signing official, utsports.com, putting out the release today with quotes from Rick Barnes. Here's what the Deacon has to say about the newest edition. Quote, we are ecstatic to have Jalen join Tennessee basketball. He is a first-class young man who embodies the character, humility, and work ethic that define our program. Jalen is the type of person who elevates everyone around him on and off the court. He gives us another experienced low-post player whom we can play through on the block. He has proven he can score inside, stretch the floor, and make winning plays. Jalen wants to be challenged, developed as a player, and compete for a national title. We love Jalen's selfless approach, and he is all about winning and embracing his role.
I love the guy even more. I've learned now he is he's from the mean streets of Gary, Indiana. That's his hometown.
Yeah, there are some mean streets up there. That's not a place you want to be.
That's what I'm saying, man. This guy's tough, man. Like I said yesterday, battle tested. That's the most important thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Guys played at a high level at a couple places.
Yeah, and I think we fell into this trap yesterday a lot, talking about comparing Akpara, which in this case, comparison is the thief of joy. No, he's not going to be the same player as Felix Akpara, but yes, he is exactly what this team needed to fill a hole, even though it was already looking like a Final Four potential team. We just might have gotten our starting center in August. Like that how often? That's never happened.
Yeah, it's some interesting phrases in there. I like he's all about winning and embracing his role. And we know Rick Barnes well enough to know right now he's not handing out starting assignments in August.
Yeah.
But that makes me think that is also not going to be playing 30 minutes a game. He played 20 minutes a game last year at Vandy.
Yeah. Started 9 games, I think, for Vandy.
I think we are going to use our bench probably more than we ever had this year.
Oh,
you
yeah.
think that's a fair assumption?
I think so. Again, we talked earlier about the receivers, a lot of mouths to feed, came up on the live chat. I think this is I trust in Barnes, but there's a lot of mouths to feed on this team in terms of minutes,
Well, we've talked about all the skinny bigs that we have.
Yeah.
And think about some of our most frustrating games. The loss to Purdue and Edey and the loss to I'm blanking last year. Houston
and then Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Particularly Michigan and Purdue is like we got into those games and we're hanging with them, right? And then what happened? We got in foul trouble. And we didn't really have a ton of guys that could just come in.
Yep.
Like we just didn't have the depth. And so like this is because like the nightmare scenario is, okay, we're playing a team with a dominant big. Dwayne Brown's out there. He picks up that early second foul. And then we have to go to Rubin, who's like 215 pounds.
Yep.
Now you've got another guy who can go in and bang.
I mean, to be clear, we were not going to beat Michigan, but where that game swung to ugly proportions was when Felix got into foul trouble. We had nowhere to go at that point. It was
the same thing in the Edey game. It's like you could say we're not getting a fair whistle. Okay, whatever. Like it happens. You get in foul trouble, you got to have an answer.
Yeah.
Those were 2 games where we didn't have an answer when you absolutely had to have one. Zakai Ziegler amending his lawsuit. seeking $12 million in damages against the NCAA. So he doesn't want to come back and play.
No.
But he's saying, look, you're letting all the guys who graduated last year come back and play. You didn't let me. You didn't give that to me in my class, and it cost me big time. I played for whatever, $50,000 in the G League last year when I could have made $2 or $3 million playing at Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's getting the 12 million number from, but
well, it's a multiple. He was told by Spire that if he could have gotten a 5th year of eligibility, he would have made $4 million in NIL. So then the lawsuit, usually they expand that, so they tripled what he could have made for damages. That's what they're trying to get. And if he does win, he's probably not going to get 12 million, but they'd probably settle for something that's significant.
Yeah, but I mean, so and I hope he gets it, but the NCAA, you're between a rock and a hard place, right? Because even if you say, all right, here's $1 million, sign this NDA, go away, how many other guys are waiting to come out of the woodwork?
Right. I love Zakai, but it will be bad news for college basketball if he wins this, because then that's going to continue to just be another piece of just activist stuff that goes on, and we don't like it as fans. I mean, it's
litigation fatigue is real.
Exactly.
Stay with us. Coming up, hour number 2 of the show, we'll be joined by Ben McKee of Go Vols 24/7. He was at Tennessee football practice earlier today. We'll get his takeaways on the Vols as the 2026 season is upon us. It's a little over 4 weeks away. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Only 2 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and next week is a huge week. Free hot dog night on Tuesday. Yep, all you can eat hot dogs all night long. Then Wednesday is all you can eat for less than $20, and that includes game ticket. Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, and the weekend. Make sure to grab your UT gear and head to the ballpark on Saturday for Tennessee night. First 1,000 fans receive a Deshaun Bishop bobblehead. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit BlackfordVetSurgery.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and time for the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Walker, what you got?
At number 1, Tennessee football's fall practice began today as the team begins its final weeks of preparation for the 2026 football season. Both George McIntyre and Faison Brandon threw route trees today and drills where they both looked impressive as the quarterback competition heats up, while reporters on site also got good looks at receivers Travis Smith Jr., Tyreek King, and Redarius Jackson.
None of whom are Redarius Jackson maybe is expected to start. I mean, that's just what we were talking about, right? With the depth at this receiver, it's like King, at the receiver position, King, Travis Smith Jr., like you're going to have pretty good depth there. And I just watch, is this TK Keys, number 5? Is that him?
I think so.
Whoever that is. Good-looking athlete. Not an athlete, an athlete. There's an extra syllable in there, Walker. When you're an athlete, whew.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all these guys, they're just going to have to – a lot of them are going to be going through the Mike Matthews treatment like he got here. You know, we know how talented you are. You just got to wait your turn. You got to learn the system. There are better wide receivers in front of you, but we know you're going to be good in the future. At number 2, lawyers for former Tennessee basketball player Zakai Ziegler filed an amended lawsuit using the NCAA's recent sweeping changes to its eligibility rules to bolster their case, challenging the association's previous policy of limiting athletes to 4 seasons in 5 years. The amended lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court of Tennessee cites the new age-based eligibility rules adopted in June as compelling evidence that the NCAA had substantially less restrictive alternatives available.
Where's he at now? G League?
Who's the guy? He played in the summer league for San Antonio, but did not play much at all.
He's overseas.
Yeah,
that's
where he's going to make money, is overseas.
Well, if Zakai Ziegler gets a couple $1 million from the NCAA coffers, I won't hate him for it.
No. But you're right. I mean, as much as we love him, I don't know if we want to open the can of worms of him actually trying to play basketball this year. That'd be, God knows what would happen.
He's not trying to do that.
He's not. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Money grab, and that's it.
Be interesting to see what the result of that's going to be. At number 3, following a recent court ruling that granted some athletes from high school class of 2022 eligibility for this next season, Indiana is set to cash in. Defensive lineman Stephen Daly will return to school for his 5th season of eligibility after previously not being able to play before the ruling. Daly appeared in 13 games with 6 starts during last season as Indiana went on to win the national championship.
Yay! I think he led the team in tackles for losses. I mean, that's a big development for Indiana.
Yeah.
It raises the question, and I don't know if this guy was in a training camp or if he had signed an undrafted free agent deal. I mean, you would think so. You were started 6 games on the defending national champions. Like, you're at least getting an invite to camp somewhere, right?
He was hurt a lot of last year towards the back end. Like, he didn't play in the playoff. I'm pretty sure.
Where I'm going with this is, if he can do it, who else can do it? Is there a rush end somewhere out there that we could get in on to alleviate our depth concerns there, in light of the guy Coleman, whoever
Chaz
flaked out, old Chazzy boy?
Yeah.
Can we get Jackson Moy back on that defensive line?
It'd be huge. We need some help there.
I'm trying to arrange that if I'm Josh Heupel.
I'm sure he's had conversations. I'm sure he's had at least a phone call or two and planning it out. You know, we've never seen Josh Heupel not have a plan for this type of stuff, or at least explore the options. And at number 4, free agent wide receiver Stephon Diggs is set to sign a 1-year deal worth up to $12 million with the Washington Commanders, giving the team a proven receiver opposite Terry McLaurin. Diggs, who is 32 years old, will be joining a new team for the 3rd in 3 straight seasons.
Time when Stephon Diggs, in my mind, like one of the elite receivers in the NFL.
He was in Buffalo.
Yeah, with the Bills.
He's still good.
And the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings was where he was unbelievable. But he's still good, but he's just such a handful with all the other things.
Kind of a knucklehead, right?
Yes, exactly.
What's his biggest claim to knucklehead fame off the field?
The recent thing where he's got sued by his chef for not paying her, and there was a whole blow up. I think there might have been some violence involved.
He's also, isn't he? He's got a bunch of baby mamas.
Yeah,
too.
Well, that's standard NFL operating procedure right there.
I believe he was involved with Cardi B at one point.
Yes.
So typical diva wide receiver stuff.
Yeah.
Caught 85 passes for 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Patriots last year.
Yeah, 1,000 yards last year?
He's still very capable, but like I said, just a lot of work. High maintenance player.
I'm sorry, where did he sign?
Commanders, Washington.
The Commies. Shout out to Bear.
I'm sure he's celebrating today.
Little commie ball coming up this summer. Exciting. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4, brought to you by Knoxville Smiles, online at knoxvillesmiles.com. They're my dentist. They want to be your dentist. If it's been a while since you've had a routine dental cleaning, go ahead and fix that. Call Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule your appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Their phone number is 865-539-1776. Tell them I sent you. They'll take extra good care of you at Knoxville Smiles. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Ben McKee, Go Vols 24/7. Coming up here in just a few minutes, he was at Tennessee football practice today. We'll get his thoughts on everything that he saw out there. Kid Huddy says Diggs was banging 7-gram rocks last summer, if you'll recall. Did he have a crack cocaine problem?
I was banging 7-gram rocks.
Not that I know of, but
I don't remember that either. Bersevich says Marshall Manning is very overrated because of his name. See, this is where we are. Will you at least give me, there's a couple of morons in the YouTube chat. No offense to Bersevich. I'm all for making fun of Bear and his communist-like tendencies. But if we're already declaring 14-year-old, he's 14, he's a high school freshman. He's not even sprouted a hair on his chinny chin yet. Maybe he has. I don't know. Some kids, late bloomers.
So what are you saying?
Like we're declaring him over based on what? This is what I was just arguing with somebody on Twitter. I got time for it today, evidently. Like somebody was saying, George McIntyre can't hold a candle to Faison Brandon. And I just said, that take is based on nothing. If that is based on nothing, then what is Marshall Manning being declared a bust based on? What, did you see some of his 8th grade film? Did you see him going up against Beard and Middle on 7-on-7? He was picking on a couple of 12-year-old corners out there. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's a little early. But I appreciate the passion.
John Will Glass said, remember how hype we were watching Harrison Bailey in that high school all-star game? That game-winning drive on ESPN his senior year was the best we got out of him. I actually don't remember that. But I remember being pretty hyped up about Harrison Bailey. Thought he might have been the prince who was promised. 5-star guy. I think Jim Chaney had identified him. There were Drew Brees comparisons being thrown around recklessly, as I recall. Yeah, that didn't work out. Phil says media doesn't see enough practice to really know what's going on. Oh, that's true, but you also get, guys like McKee, Sparks, Shumpert, who've been over there for a number of years, have sources, right? So you get to see what you see when you're over there, and then you call up your sources who are on the team, the water guy, assistant coaches, quality control, whatever, and you ask them, hey, fill in the blanks for me here. This is what we saw. What happened when we were kicked out? Who's progressing most? Who's showing the best in the 11-on-11, the live work, and that's where a lot of that narrative comes from. So you'll start to hear some of that stuff coming out here, probably in the coming days, coming weeks.
Yeah, and it's funny. We get back to after thinking Josh Heupel kind of opened his shell a little bit. You go and read what he said today after practice, and it's right back to the old coach speak brick wall we're used to.
Oh, he's buttoned up now.
Oh, yeah.
He's buttoning it up. Bob, what about your Dodgers on the struggle bus? 5 losses in a row? You went out and got your big dude Screwball out there, and he gets knocked around by the Cubbies in Wrigley last night.
He did not get knocked around. He gave up 2 earned runs. They can't hit right now.
Saw Vandy boy Dansby Swanson taking him deep.
Yeah. He pitched. He was fine. They have no offense at the moment. I don't know what's wrong. They're on their way to a 6th straight loss. As a matter of fact, they're losing to the Cubs right now, 6-1.
Hate to see that. Cannot relate. With my team's won 6 in a row.
Good for you.
Bravo's doing well.
Lane Thomas in the starting lineup tonight at Truist.
His first time in the starting lineup, or has he been starting since he got there?
No, I mean, yesterday was the first game. He pinch hit.
Okay. Good for him.
Reached on an error.
Hoping for the best for the Beard and Bulldog.
Banging on the fish. Tradition like none other. The Braves just slaughtering the Marlins.
They're an awful, awful organization.
They're actually, I was surprised. They've got a winning record this year.
Yeah, they have good players. They're a decent team that, they're not going to make the playoffs, but they could take 2 out of 3 from a good team every now and then. But they're not a serious organization.
They're only 2 games out of a wild card spot at the moment.
I do not expect that to hold.
Their little shortstop, Lopez, Otto
Lopez. People thought he was going to get traded.
They should have traded him.
They should have.
He's a good player. He's about all they had last night.
Otto's on my fantasy team.
There you go.
Dynamite drop in, Bob.
Love it.
No, things going well. You know what happens after tonight or tomorrow, heading into the weekend? You know where the Braves are headed?
No.
Are they coming up to Cincinnati?
Up to Metropolis. 3-game series with the Yankees. A little drive derby. Are you ready for this, Bear? Are you ready? You ready to get rocked?
He's not here.
What? I can't hear him. Chop's playing. Is his mic off or something? Like, jiggle the handle over there, Walker?
I can hear Baird now. He's just he's already cursing you under his breath. Not even under his breath. He's just cursing out loud in the speaker.
Yeah. No Chop. Chop. No chop.
Yep.
Chop. Why this thing is always messing up whenever. Anyway. Fun baseball chat.
Love baseball. Real quick while we're on baseball, just because you two are, rivals here in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
Russell, if the Braves played the Dodgers in a 7-game series right now to go to the World Series, how many times do the Braves beat them?
In a 7-game series?
If they play a 7-game series 10 times, how many times do the Braves beat them?
If they play 10 7-game series?
Yes.
I mean, who has home field advantage?
The Dodgers.
In all 10?
In the series.
I don't understand what you're asking me.
How many times?
Can we just do like one series? Like if we're playing the NL Championship Series and the Dodgers have home field advantage, like how many games do we win?
Like how many times out of 10 do you win that series?
4 or 5.
So like,
I mean,
close to 50% chance to beat them.
Well, here's the fun thing about baseball this year, Walker, is like I don't know, because the Braves looked so dominant the first 2 months of the season, and then they were just lost.
You were borderline depressed for 2 months because of the Braves.
And they're doing better. I don't think they're as good as they were at the beginning of the season, but they're obviously playing well. It's the same thing with the Dodgers, man. I mean, they've looked like the Death Star at times, and now they can't tie their shoelaces.
That's baseball for you.
Yep.
So the season is long and full of tears.
So where does all this stuff end up here in a couple of months?
I mean,
Who's peaking at the right time?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are both going to be in the postseason, so you can go ahead and book that. I mean, how many games up on the Phils are the Braves right now?
Man, there's going to be like 7 or 8 now.
You're up,
is it over?
You're up 7.5.
It's not over.
You're not calling it over?
No, it's not over, man. There are too many good players on the Phillies, and they made moves. They were aggressive. I mean, they're going for it.
Dodgers are up 9 on the Diamondbacks, 10 on the Padres.
Well, yeah,
they're going to be fine.
That division, besides the Padres, who actually decided to get some pitching and try and be better.
Listen, we're all sleeping on. None of us particularly have this as a favorite team. The Brewers are legit, man. That pitching, not just Mizorowski, Logan Henderson, Kyle Harrison's back tonight.
Yeah, well,
they're loaded.
I just hate them with every fiber of my being, so I try not to give them much airtime.
Don't like the Brew Crew?
No, I hate them.
Division rival type thing?
Division rival. I don't think I grew up going to games in Cincinnati with my dad. Half the time we played the Brewers, and I think we've beaten them once when I've been there when we go see them play the Brewers. I hate them so much. I wish nothing but the worst for them.
Somebody in the chat room says if the Braves win that series, Bear will definitely quit. Somebody else says you need to make him lead the chop. I mean, we'll see. Like, I'll give Bob this. Like, he made the bet and he followed through on it. After my team won, he led the chop in what can only be described as the most off-key rendition of the Tomahawk Chop ever heard publicly anywhere. I'm beginning to wonder, will Bear show up tomorrow or Friday to make that bet?
Is it a 4-game or a 3-game set?
3-game set.
So you have tomorrow off day, Friday starts?
If the Braves win, Bear has to lead the chop. You guys tell me what's a fair trade-off there. I have to wear his Yankees hat?
What would Bear have had to What would you have had to do if Bob won?
I don't remember. What was it?
Bob, do you remember?
Yeah, I Love L.A.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to sing I Love L.A. by Randy Newman.
Oh, we can get a New York song for you to sing.
Little Frank Sinatra.
Start
spreading the news. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Or New York State of Mind.
New York State of Mind.
Who's that? Alicia Keys?
No. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel?
Yeah.
What did Alicia Keys do? Somebody did a New York.
There's Empire State of Mind with Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna. Getting my songster.
No, that's not Rihanna.
It's Rihanna and Jay-Z. It's both.
I thought it was Alicia Keys.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's Rihanna, but.
Guys, you're embarrassing me in front of the cool kids right now.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, Ben McKee joins the festivities. It is The Drive on Fan Run Radio. We'll go inside practice number 1 for Josh Heupel and the Vols. Stay with us.
The Drive. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. Right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run. Dessert our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Urban America with his finger firmly on the pulse of what the younger set enjoys. And then what was the other one? We had another correction from earlier. Something football.
I don't know.
That's why,
Well, I'm sure we'll
That's
get
why I
back
always
to
write
it.
this stuff down.
We'll get back to it.
We will get back to it. Let's get Ben McKee, our next guest, on here as we go back to the Newsmaker Hotline. Good afternoon, Ben. Go Vols 247. How you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm great. How are y'all?
Hey, thanks for jumping on. We're doing very well, thank you. And spring practice or fall practice, number one, it's really not fall, is it? It's summer practice. We'll go with preseason practice. How's that? Takeaways from day number one for Josh Heupel's 6th edition of the Volunteers.
If it makes you feel any better, we're rolling with preseason practice at Go Vols 24/7 because it is certainly not fall yet and will not be for several weeks. Takeaway number one from our first look at the guys is the eye test. We didn't get to see them do too much. Got to see them stretch, which is always fun. And they do on the first day let us see a little bit more than they typically do. So we got to see some DBs and receivers go kind of one-on-one, but work on tracking the football in the air as if it were a deep ball. and a lot of good competition there. I spent my time watching offense. My coworkers were on defense, so I was in charge of offense and keeping an eye on Faison and George, and nothing really stood out of the ordinary. They're throwing short, intermediate passes, and any capable SEC starter should be completing those with ease against air, and that was the case. So the receivers probably stood out more than the quarterbacks just by nature of what we saw them do today. Braylon Staley looks like $1 million. Mike Matthews looks like $1 million. And then it gets really interesting when you start to look at who's going to be that third receiver. Can Rodarius Jackson catch football consistently? Can Travis Smith Jr. Be a little more fluid in his routes and also catch the ball more consistently? Where's TK Keys at by the end of August? Because he's not quite 100% right now as he overcomes a soft tissue injury. So they're kind of taking it somewhat easy with him, but he was out there moving around and looks the part. He's going to have to make some improvements with the fundamentals and technicalities of route running, and his footwork is going to have to get quicker. So I'm curious to see what type of impact he has this season. The one that really impressed me was Tyrese King, the Knoxville Catholic prospect who's not going to start this year unless injuries pop up. But he looks like the slot receiver of the future after Braylon Staley. He was very, very impressive. So I spent a lot of time watching the receivers based off of what we were able to see. Offensive linemen, they look good in pads, but they're not pushing around, or they weren't in pads, but they look good in their shorts and shirts. But you can't really assess what they're doing without pads on. So I watched the receivers, and it's clear there's a lot of talent in that room. But after Staley and Matthews, they're going to have this month is going to be critical for their development.
Ben, thanks for joining us, man. Always good to talk to you. I wanted to get your take because I've been, kind of scouring all the points of view from various media, you included. And you just referred to it a little bit, but when you're standing there in front of some of these players that you were covering last year and years prior, and we talk a lot about the Derek Owings experience. You feel like those guys, that's every takeaway I got, and I wasn't there, was that these guys, they look different. Would you buy into that based on what you're seeing? I mean, and I say that in a really, really positive way, right? It just sounds like the impact is pretty tangible, and just got to see if it makes a difference on the field.
1,000%. I totally agree with you. I think he's going to be the difference in this team exceeding expectations this year. And I don't know what that looks like. I'm not going to say they're going to make the playoffs or win a playoff game or win a championship, but being picked to finish 8th in the SEC, I think they'll finish in the top half of the league. And I think the big reason why is going to be the Derek Owings effect, because these guys are gaining 8 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and not losing any speed. Gabriel Osinda spoke today, the freshman offensive tackle who was a 5-star, and he said that his weight has remained the same, but he's changed his weight. It's gone from body fat to muscle mass. That's kind of the common theme with everybody that we have spoken to already, is that their weight's the same, or they've gained a bunch of weight, but they're gaining great weight, and they're putting on muscle mass, and they pass the eye test. I think it's also cool. I noticed today one of my takeaways was how Derek Owings roams around the field. He roams around the field as much as Josh Heupel, and I don't remember seeing the previous strength coach do that. He was bouncing around from position to position, checking in on guys, asking how they were kind of doing in between reps, making sure they were recovering in between reps. I mean, he is turning over every single stone to make sure that physically Josh Heupel was able to get the most out of this football team. And you can see it just by passing the eye test, and you see it with the way Derek Owings is roaming around and communicating with the guys as well.
Talking with Ben McKee, Go Vols 24/7 this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. And Ben, you talk about Derek Owings and the impact that he's having right now, both on and off the field for Tennessee. And I just look at it like, Heupel's been here 5 years. He came in obviously a very difficult time for Tennessee athletics as a whole, football specifically. And, he stabilized the patient, right? He got Tennessee football back up off the mat and competitive again. And now you're going into year 6. And he looks at it and says, things are going well. I mean, they're winning games. They're having winning season, going to bowl games, been to a playoff, all that good stuff, but no championships yet. So you fire your strength coach, you bring in a new guy, you make a change at defensive coordinator. Did it have to do that? And it just seems like there's a lot of new car smell suddenly around Tennessee football going into year 6. Are you surprised that Josh Heupel took that route and shook things up when things were going pretty well?
I am, in the sense that he's a real loyal guy, but the move needed to be made. And on one hand, he is loyal. On the other hand, he's also very smart. He's a really good CEO, and I think he knew that a change needed to happen. And so, yes, there was that loyalty there with the previous strength staff, but he knew that in order for his program to not only get back to kind of what he had already established, but get back and take an even further step, like there's going to need to be a change there. And so I wasn't surprised from that standpoint, because I do think Heupel is really smart, a really good CEO. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. I think a lot of people just talk about offense. And outside of a couple of blips here and there, like he's had a really strong culture, both on his coaching staff, within the locker room. The players play for him. He typically always has his guys ready to play on Saturdays. I think rarely have they lost, if they've even lost the game, where the team wasn't locked in and ready to go. It was more about the other team being better than them if they have lost the game, at least in my opinion, the vast majority of the time. So I wasn't surprised in that regard, and kudos to him. He saw it with Tim Banks just one off season after Tim Banks was a hot commodity within college football, within defensive coordinator circles, recognized that they needed to make a change there. Same thing with Derek Owens. And he went out and made 2 phenomenal hires. I mean, what better hire than Derek Owens, who arguably is the best strength coach in the country. But I think right now you can, without a doubt, say he is the best strength coach in the country, because he's coming off of a national championship. And he had a huge role in Indiana winning a national championship because of their physicality and the way they dominated the trenches. So it was a phenomenal offseason, and kudos to Heupel for recognizing that changes needed to be made, because we can look back over the course of SEC football history the last 10, 20 years and look to head coaches who were maybe too loyal, and it ended up biting them in the butt. And we'll see how it plays out. Everybody's saying the right things right now, but I think Heupel's on the right track for sure.
Staying on the Derek Owens piece for just a second, and you may have an answer to this or not, but have you talked to any of the players who have, just to get their perspective? I know there's been some media availability with Owens himself, but has there been any discussion with any of the players about what's different in terms of the process for them, as they've, again, we're seeing all these players essentially rebuild themselves or reimagine themselves?
Yeah, a lot of different guys have spoke, especially with Media Day on Tuesday, and Braylon Staley and Mike Matthews. I asked them specifically, and they really spoke to just kind of the one-on-one connection with Derek Owens, and how he has an individualized plan for each of them, in addition to the overall team plan. And he hits on, every stone is turned over. He's not missing anything in his strength program, from the dietitian part of making sure they're not eating sugar, because he talked, I'm paraphrasing, but he talked about how he can't coach a bad diet. So just making sure that they have the right foods in the building, making sure the guys are eating the right food, making sure that the right recovery is happening, and then really that one-on-one connection and his ability to relate with them and push them, I think has been a separator. And no offense to the previous staff, I just think simply Derek Owens has established better relationships from the moment he got here. And that's something that Josh Heupel talked about in his press conference yesterday during Media Day, is that from the moment Derek Owens stepped foot on campus, he established relationships, and that really served him well throughout the summer. So.
Ben McKee, GoVols 24/7 with us this afternoon. Ben, certainly we're all tired of talking about the quarterback competition, but I was wondering if I could ask you just about the timeline of how that's going to play out. We were debating that earlier in hour number 1 of our show. How long do you think Josh Heupel takes to make this decision? Do you think that this is a decision that he obviously would like to name a starter before the first game? Do you think we could see that after the first scrimmage, the second scrimmage? Are you a this plays out into the season type of guy? What are your thoughts there?
I'd be surprised if it played out into the season because, quite frankly, I think Faison Brandon's going to continue to assert himself. I don't know that he is 1,000% grabbed the job just yet. I don't want to completely eliminate George McIntyre by any means. I just, in my opinion, I have a hard time seeing George beat out Faison because Faison throughout the spring, in the summer, and I think he'll continue to do so in the fall, has just outplayed George McIntyre and is more prepared to be Tennessee's starter, in my opinion. So I don't think it'll drag out into the summer at all. That would surprise me just because I don't think, A, Josh Heupel wants to do that. B, I don't think Faison's going to allow that to happen. So I think we're looking at the Monday after the 2 scrimmages time frame, which the first scrimmage is Saturday the 15th, I believe. So Monday the 17th, I think that could be the earliest we see a starter named. If I remember correctly, Joey Aguilar was named the starter. Even though we knew he was going to be the starter, I believe he was named the starter in between scrimmages last fall, or maybe it was the following Monday after the second scrimmage, which would be game week this week, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry, it's the 22nd, I think. Whatever that Saturday is the second scrimmage. And then that Monday going into the week before game week, I think that's kind of your window between scrimmages of when we could see somebody announced. And quite frankly, it'll be up to George. How long does George stick around? Can he prove that he can get the ball out quicker, make better decisions, be a playmaker? He was too timid in the spring. So I don't think Faison's going to drop off. I think Faison's going to continue to climb, and it's going to be up to George to prove that he can stick around in the battle. And if not, then I don't think, honestly, it'll take too long for Faison to be named the starter.
Gotta get one round ball question in for you, from me at least, before we go. Big development with Jalen Washington, formally signing the deal today, committing to Tennessee, transferring from Vandy. As I was saying about this guy, I keep using the term battle tested, which I think applies given that not only what he did at Vanderbilt, but the year prior, he was a 15-game, 16-game starter at North Carolina. And I think about this, and I want to get your take. It's obviously a big development for Tennessee basketball. How high do you rank it in terms of the newer acquisitions we've gotten? We spent a lot of time talking about Juke Harris, of course, and Terrence Hill Jr. and Day-Day Ames and Harrelson. I mean, the list goes on and on. Where would you situate the significance of Jalen Washington being added to this program in that kind of that pecking order?
I think it's the most significant development of the offseason, and not because I think Jalen Washington is the best transfer that Tennessee brought in. I don't know where I would rank him, but I'm not putting him ahead of Jalen Harrelson or Juke Harris or Terrence Hill. He would be down the list, and I like Jalen Washington. When I say that, that's more of a kudos to Rich Barnes and the job he did this summer, bringing in so many talented guys. But I say it's the most significant of the offseason just because of the timing of it. And you already kind of thought the hay was in the barn, and you knew that without Jalen Washington, this team was capable of getting to the Final Four. They could get by, but you really needed things to go their way. And, of course, there will still be some luck involved, and you need dominoes to fall your way still. But I think it just solidifies them 10 times more because this was the one thing that they were lacking. Again, I like the front court piece. I love Dwayne Brown. But I view Miles Rubin as a role player, and I think he can be a good role player in the SEC, but he's not going to be Felix Okpara. And Braden Liu, they're actually excited about him, especially with the new 5 years of eligibility. They think if he sticks around and continues to develop and he ends up being a 3-year guy at Tennessee, they think he can really develop into something. But I don't know that he's ready to be a bona fide starter in this league. And Christian Furman, I don't know that I have high expectations for him. I think he's a spark plug off the bench and even plays behind Lou and Rubin. So you were missing that one bona fide big man who is proven in a power conference. And, of course, he's done it in the SEC and the ACC. He can rebound. He can protect the rim. He's a capable offensive player, just like Felix kind of last year. He can catch a lob. He can maybe step out and knock down a perimeter shot. We'll see if Rick allows him to take them. But he's more of a capable offensive piece than the other guys not named Dwayne Brown. And that was the one thing they were missing, is a proven commodity there that can do a lot of different things. And I think it just solidifies this team even more as much of a Final Four contender as anybody in the country. And if you're a Final Four contender, then you're a national champion contender.
Bob's already got Detroit reservations for the Final Four next year. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Maybe.
I mean, you could go for Tennessee or Purdue, either one.
It won't be Purdue.
You're increasing your odds, as we say. Hey, Ben, great stuff, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on with us. Anything else on your mind as we get set to get past hump day and head into another weekend as it pertains to Tennessee football practice opening up, the basketball situation, or even Tennessee baseball?
My last thought would be that I think Tennessee fans are really going to have a fun academic calendar with football, basketball, and baseball.
Yes.
Again, I don't think football is going to go win a national championship, but I think there's plenty of reasons for optimism there after there wasn't a lot of energy to begin the offseason, and with what basketball and baseball have done in the portal. And I believe Danny White had the quote earlier this week that all three of those sports are like top 10, he believes, in college athletics and payroll. Like, it should be a really fun academic calendar year for Tennessee fans.
Let's get one baseball thing in real quick. If you were handicapping, do we think there's a chance Reese Chapman's coming back?
Yes, there's absolutely a chance.
Wow. Well, that will create quite the logjam in the outfield, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ben, thank you so much. Everybody go check out Go Vols 247 for all the latest on Tennessee athletics. The great and powerful Ben McKee. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben McKee joining us there with a live look from the practice field. Well, I guess he wasn't live on the practice field, but he was live on the practice field earlier.
Correct.
Sharing his thoughts. And I can only hope that what he said is correct about it being a really good 2026-2027 calendar year for Tennessee athletics, because that'll be good for our business.
Feels a little different, I got to say.
Fun to talk about sports when they're going well. Much more fun than the other.
Absolutely.
And we've been there through the years. Do you realize this will be the 10th year of the Voluntary Reaction post-game extravaganza?
No, that's quite a run.
Well, when we began in 2017, things were different.
Yes.
Butch Jones was flaming out.
I was going to say, that's a different kind of show back then.
And Butch Jones was crashing and burning. We were heading into the most tumultuous coaching search maybe in the history of college athletics. I don't necessarily think that is hyperbole. Name me a more tumultuous coaching search than the search that eventually netted Jeremy Pruitt.
And maybe there wasn't as much drama, but it felt there was as much maybe hopelessness with the Penn State job when they went through all their scandals and everything else.
As much hopelessness, but they just went out and hired Bill O'Brien, as I recall. I mean, we could not give the job away.
No, but the talk was who is going to take that job. That was kind of the chatter. And that's kind of what was starting with Tennessee at that point. It was pretty rough.
Basketball at the time, Donnie Tyndall thing had blown up. Rick Barnes was, we did not know how that was going to go at the time.
Yeah.
One way or the other. And who the hell was Tony Vitello?
Yep.
It was, a lot can change in 10 years. So we celebrate 10 years of Voluntary Reaction this season. Got to take a quick time out. 865-966-3435. If you want to jump in, go ahead and take a shot. 966-3435. Your phone calls coming up.
The Drive. East Tennessee Sports Authority. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa with Knoxville Smiles. Are you hiding your smile, missing teeth, uncomfortable dentures, or afraid of long, painful implant procedures? Welcome to the future of dentistry right here in East Tennessee. Introducing the Knoxville Smiles Robotic Implant Center. We are the #1 robotic dental office in the area, offering minimally invasive, advanced robotic-guided implant dentistry. Using our Yomi robot system and 3D facial scanning technology, we can map your mouth with pinpoint accuracy, far beyond what human hands can do alone. What does this mean to you? Unmatched precision, faster healing times, and reduced discomfort. Don't wait to get your confident smile back. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we make restoring your smile easy. Call us today at 865-539-1776 or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com and make your appointment today. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
In Glasgow today in 1305.
Too bad Bear's not here to be able to speak to that.
Wow.
Historical moment.
He was sent to London and brutally executed 18 days later. Have you seen Braveheart yet, Walker?
No, I haven't pulled the trigger.
What will you do without freedom?
I've come so close, but every time I look at it, I see it's 3 hours, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Too daunting for you?
By the way,
you can split it up.
No, I don't want to do that. It ruins the movie.
During my
especially on the first time.
During my vacay time, I was cruising around on the TV, and there it is, lo and behold, Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Always got to stop and spend a little time watching that.
What scene did you get in on?
It was when he was having to fight in the Coliseum against all the. Remember, it was so rigged.
Like the tigers are coming out.
Yeah.
Getting him.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Is that the one where he takes off his helmet at the end and reveals it's him?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you not entertained?
And I am a big, big fan, by the way, of at least in that movie, Connie Nielsen.
She's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Yeah, that was so good. So
good flick. I can't remember the last time I was watching broadcast television where I'm like channel surfing. I certainly remember that. The Shawshank Redemption is the one everybody goes to. Is like if it's on, you'll stop and watch. But I've just gotten to the point now where everything's streaming, and I don't channel surf.
And I kind of, you know what?
I kind of miss it.
I kind of wish I could have it because it takes the decision making a lot more out of your hands. Because when you have the entire streaming universe of movies, you just don't know what you're going to watch some nights. You sit there for 30 minutes trying to figure out what you're going to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. And more often than not, I don't know about you, I'll sit there looking for something to watch, and then I can't decide. So I don't watch anything. I do something else.
I've done that.
I do that all the time.
I hate that feeling.
I wonder, again, I'm speaking, some of you don't have it, but I have YouTube TV, and that's a totally different channel surfing experience than like the old school cable remote and everything. And I wonder if that has a hand in it, because that's
all of it.
It's a challenge to do it on YouTube TV, to like surf.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's
I
like no
just never do
channel
it.
numbers. There's no,
Well, it's because everything on YouTube TV is you can just search it and find it. It's
Yeah.
not like a regular cable guide where you have to know the channel number by heart or just scroll until you find the game or movie you're looking for.
Did you guys see the clip that it was going around last week, I think, of Tim Robbins on Rogan talking about Shawshank and like how that became the viral movie that everybody stops on?
I just assume it's about cable.
Yeah, well, he was saying that, I guess, it was a flop. Like the movie didn't do well.
Not how you think it would do compared to how we think about it now.
And then I guess he said something about Ted Turner, like had bought it or something, and for his cable channels. And so they were all, you only buy so many movies. I don't know how that works. You probably do, Bob, but like they would play it all the time because Ted Turner liked it.
Yeah.
And so that's how it developed a cult following. And now not even a cult following. It's just, I think it's been the most favorite movie in America on IMDb for like 10 years.
Well, I'll tell you this. This happens like at a network I used to work at. If you go to E at this point, in prime time, you go there, it's nothing but movies, and not super old ones, but maybe 20 years old. And they're ones that you kind of are like, yeah, okay, I'll stop there. And there's a reason why they do it is because it's, first of all,
because you'll stop there.
The cost to license them is low at that point, and people will stop and you'll get ratings. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than trying to create an original show that may not be very good, and the money that you spend doing that. So more and more you're seeing networks with just movies in their primetime lineup, and that's it.
It's like investing in Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll just be solid.
Yeah.
People are going to want to watch it. People like it. Not a lot of risk.
What are those movies that are 20 years old that aren't great, but you just, I'll watch that. It was like the Fast and Furious movies or something. Yeah, I'm in the mood for a car chase or an explosion.
One that I keep finding, and it may not be 20 years old, but This Is 40. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah. That was a great movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it pops up from time to time. And, those kind of comedies pop up a lot. So
Judd Apatow.
Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of risque, but just risque enough that you can put it on TV.
I mean, one of the ones I think we talked about, maybe it didn't make any of our lists in the movie draft, but 40-Year-Old Virgin is another one with Carell and Paul Rudd. He's a common denominator in a lot of these.
Knocked Up.
Yeah.
I feel like
Knocked Up. Yeah.
In that category. Kid Huddy says, always stop on National Treasure.
Yep.
That's a movie I've never seen.
Oh, really?
Never seen National Treasure.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I feel like I would enjoy it. I've just never gotten around to it.
Music City Sam says,
guy.
I don't know if I can confirm this, but I'll take his word for it. He said, It's a Wonderful Life was not popular when it was released in 1945.
Oh, yeah. It's a total bomb.
Yeah.
Frank Capra, the director, he had directed like a bunch of American propaganda films in World War II and made that movie, and nobody thought much of it. And I mean, it's almost 100 years old, 80 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
You ever seen It's a Wonderful Life, Walker?
I have not.
Oh my God. Oh, that hurts me.
Give me a break.
Oh, your savings and loan?
Again, you need
Every
to watch
time a
watch
bell
Few Good
rings,
Men.
an angel gets its wings.
I know that saying.
It's from It's a Wonderful Life.
Phil just said he'll be glad when Bear is back.
Who's heel?
Phil.
Phil
Phil?
is just a crusty old bastard.
God.
He wants
Come on.
us to talk about the quarterback race for 3 hours. Any slight deviation in plan, we're going to talk about movies for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes right here before the top of the hour, before we come back with the top 5 at 5 and what you talk about, all that stuff. We're just going to take a slight detour, a little slice of life segment we called in the trade, and Phil's like, this sucks. I want to hear about Faison and George for the millionth time.
You are throwing down on the.
I'm a crotchety old bastard too. Phil and I have a love-hate relationship for like 20 years, 30 years, whatever it's been. He gets mad at me. We call each other names. He'll be back. He's really mad right now. I guarantee he's seething, some just steam coming out of his ears. I can't believe Russell said that about me. He'll be back.
He might be back today.
He knows I love him.
He's got an hour left for him to call in.
I'm not going to change the format of the show just for Phil.
Vol Moose says,
For one guy.
Phil just said, or not Phil, Vol Moose just said, well, I mean, it's a sports show, technically. Technically.
It's whatever we want it to be.
Yeah, it is August 5th. I'm sorry, we're not doing 3 hours of practice report radio. There's another station in town for that. If that's your thing, feel free to listen. We're playing what you talk about when we continue. Hour number 3 of The Drive. Stay with us.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Only 2 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and next week is a huge week. Free hot dog night on Tuesday. Yep, all you can eat hot dogs all night long. Then Wednesday is all you can eat for less than $20, and that includes game ticket. Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half off draft beers, and the weekend, make sure to grab your UT gear and head to the ballpark on Saturday for Tennessee night. First 1,000 fans receive a Deshaun Bishop bobblehead. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. Walker Smith with a quick look at today's World of Sports, day one of preseason practice for Josh Heupel and the Vols. Walker, what you got?
At number 1, Tennessee tight end Ethan Davis has been named to the John Mackey Award preseason watch list as training camp began this morning. The Mackey Award is presented annually to the nation's top tight end in college football.
There's my bold take from yesterday.
Huh?
Ethan Davis.
Going to be potential pick-to-click candidate over there.
Hashtag watch list season. I saw Deshaun Bishop was on is it the Doak Walker?
Yes.
He was on that. So what is the tight end one called? I'm sorry.
John Mackey.
John Mackey. Okay, so we've got the Outland Trophy coming up. What are the other trophies? With the Biletnikoff. Surely
Staley will be on
that. Maybe even Matthews.
That. Maybe Matthews. I doubt it.
What's the quarterback one? Is it Davey O'Brien?
Is that or the Maxwell?
I don't.
One of those.
I don't remember what that one is. What's the offensive line award?
I think there are a couple of the Outland trophies, like the interior lineman.
Yes.
Could that be offense or defense?
Yeah, because I remember Dave Remington. I remember he won.
There's a Remington Award out there.
There's a whole offensive line award I bet will be on a watch list for.
Is it the Bronco Nagurski? Is that linebacker?
I think so. That's it. Which we could have Arian Carter or Amari Campbell on, depending on how the media sees it. I don't think we have anyone in the DBs that would be up for that award.
Gotta love watch list season.
We love it. We love it. At number 2, Tennessee basketball officially announced the signing of Vanderbilt center Jalen Washington this afternoon. Washington committed to the Vols on Monday, just 3 days after a judge granted him a preliminary injunction against the NCAA. Quote, he gives us another experienced low-post presence whom we can play through the block, Barnes said. He has proven he can score inside, stretch the floor, and make winning plays. Jalen wants to be challenged, develop as a player, and compete for a national title.
Bob, you and I were just talking during the top of the hour break about George McIntyre. If Ben McKee was pretty adamant, he thinks it's Faison's job ultimately. If if Faison's named the starter, McIntyre's the backup, will he stay engaged, be a good teammate, and all that stuff? You never know. We might need it. We've seen quarterbacks get hurt, miss time in this offense before. Do you think that with Jalen Washington coming in, is the vaunted Rick Barnes culture strong enough? This would be disappointing to a Miles Rubin, to a Christian Furman, to Dwayne Brown.
Yeah,
guys that were assuming big minutes in the post on this team. Do you think that is an issue, a potential problem for this team?
I could see it with maybe some of the new guys. I don't see it with Dwayne Brown because he looks like he's a 4-year guy with Barnes, and he's a program guy first and foremost. Rubin, perhaps. Furman, I don't know what he would expect. Furman was not like a heavy minutes usage guy at VCU, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll be like Amari Abrams, because Amari was, I think, a good teammate by all accounts, and he ebbed and flowed. He played some minutes and then he disappeared for a long time. I don't know. It is a challenge though, and I do think that, been saying this all along, just divvying up minutes to a team with this much talent. Again, going back, it was like seven of those guys that came in were the leading scorers on their previous team. So they're used to being the guy. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch.
At number 3, the NCAA's chief legal officer has issued a clarification to schools over a recent court ruling that made some high school class of 2022 athletes eligible for this athletic season. Quote, the professional participation rule and rules regarding agents also remain in effect, Scott Beardy wrote. Those rules were not before the judge. As a general matter, individuals who leave college sports to pursue professional opportunities are ineligible to return.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the end of that.
So, I mean, what's the takeaway there? It's just trying to avoid Bediako type situations.
Well, I wonder if it's trying to avoid Jackson Moy situations where guys get invited to training camps and stuff like that. And that
who did you say who is the guy who's going to Indiana?
I forget his name, but I'll find it for
Stephen
us.
Daly?
Stephen Daly, yes.
He's returning to Indiana.
Yeah, returning.
Do we know, was he signed anywhere?
I don't think he was, no. I didn't find anything on it.
It's strange to me that, I mean, he was honorable mention all Big Ten last year. And he was not signed anywhere. It said he missed the entire playoff run after suffering a knee injury during the post-game celebration.
Correct. I remember seeing that in the Big Ten championship game. That was after they beat Ohio State.
So maybe he's just been sitting around waiting to get healthy and hadn't signed anywhere. It's just kind of a anomaly to that rule.
Well, he declared for the NFL draft. Like, he posted back in the end of January that I am officially declaring for the 2026 NFL draft. Do not believe he got drafted, nor have I seen that he signed for a training camp squad. So I think he's in the clear. I mean, we haven't heard anything about
it's good
this kid.
To see Indiana finally catch a break.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad something finally went their way.
Oh, yeah.
This is another Cignetti masterpiece, because you know where he came from? Where he transferred from?
Like North Dakota State or something?
Kent State.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
They know how to identify talent, man. That's
good for
them. Only it was that easy. Let's look at the MLB action going on right now for number 4. Bob's Dodgers are on track to lose their 6th straight game.
It's a shame.
Currently down 6-1 to the Cubs.
No longer 7-6.
7-6.
Oh,
you're joking. When did that happen?
Max Muncy, 3-run homer. Shohei Ohtani, his 2nd home run of the day.
Wait, it's 7-6 Cubs.
7-6 Cubs, but
still on track to lose.
Don't blow this.
It's at top of the 8th.
Don't blow this.
Oh, man. Big 5-run inning.
For God and country, Chicago.
Well, elsewhere, to update you on some other scores, the Rangers are beating Tony V's Giants 6-0 in the top of the 9th. Tampa Bay is up on the Rockies in the top of the 7th. And one game already went final earlier today as the Blue Jays beat the Astros 5-4 in extra innings. I'm sure we will be monitoring this Dodgers-Cubs games closely now. Both teams have 14 hits. That's an awesome midweek game to go to.
Oh, Wrigley?
Oh, yeah.
On, man.
I wonder if anyone's skipping work on a Wednesday. Just go.
There's probably a
for
handful
lunch.
of people there.
Yeah. Great time. And at number 5, a clothing company recently went viral for launching a breakthrough design for a shirt that can reportedly remain smell-free for over a month, even if you don't wash it. The American clothing brand used 7 special ingredients: copper, silver, zinc, gold, volcanic ash, and 2 secret ingredients, all of which were woven into the fabric rather than simply applied on the surface. The Herc Shirt V5 stays fresh for over a month, even under heavy use, and because it only rarely requires washing. It lasts a lot longer than conventional T-shirts. Its opening cost is $79.
Let me tell you something. The shirt may stay smell-free. The person wearing it cannot be guaranteed the same situation. You understand, right?
Certainly not.
It rarely is it the shirt's fault. Rarely is it the clothes' fault when an offending odor is produced. It's usually the smelly bastard wearing said shirt that makes it stink. So I have no doubt, like the shirt probably smells lovely. I'm sure it's made of the highest technology and, impervious to stink, impervious to funk. It's made with metal, space age shirts. But if you don't shower, you don't wash yourself, the situation is still going to be bad. Like, no, your family members, your significant other is not going to be like, you smell terrible, but your shirt smells nice.
I mean, it could stay fresh for a whole year. I'm not paying $79 for a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt. Almost $80 for a T-shirt.
T-shirts are expensive now. Like
I was going to say,
like $45, $50 for a T-shirt is what you'll normally get to for like a nice one. $80 for like just a plain black or white T-shirt. A little much.
Like
a little much.
Those Josh Pate T-shirts, he wears the same thing all the time. I guarantee you that's not like a $15 Hanes T-shirt.
Probably not.
Just plain white tee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be careful. You want to go out there and you're ratty. Like you buy Fruit of the Loom, they give you 30 of them in a pack.
Yeah.
Shirts, not when you're on TV. But again, like, who would you rather be sitting next to? The guy who hasn't showered in a week and is wearing that $70 space age T-shirt that Walker just mentioned, or the guy who's freshly showered wearing the $4 Fruit of the Loom tee? Huh?
I take my chances with the Fruit of the Loom tee.
I rest my case, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. You can check them out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com. You got trees down in your yard, want them chopped up, hauled out. They can do that. You got a tree that's about to be down in your yard, go ahead and get it taken down until, instead of having it fall down, maybe on your house, something like that. They'll grind the stump, get it looking fantastic for you, just like they did over at Stately Smith Manor. I can attest, ECR Total Landscapes will take great care of you and your lawn. Be sure to ask about their monthly maintenance package. They'll come over, mow the grass, do the weed eating, the trimming, the edging. They'll blow the grass out of the street back into the yard, get it looking tip-top, pull the weeds out of the flower beds, all of it. ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Russell, Bob, Walker Smith on a Wednesday afternoon, getting set to play What You Talking About coming up here in just a few minutes. Who will join defending champion Nick in Champions League? Stay tuned for your cue to call. Day 1 of preseason practice in the books. A lot of chatter online in Vol Nation about the quarterback thing. Again, we just talked to Ben McKee. George McIntyre seems like he's behind the 8 ball here already. One practice in.
I mean, it feels like there's not going to be anyone changing sides between now and when the quarterback gets announced. One, because we're not going to get to see enough of them, especially in the scrimmages, to really know until the decision happens. So if you think it's Faison, you're probably not going to have your mind change between now and when it gets announced. If you're a George guy, same thing. Just buckle up. It's going to be a battle.
I've tried to keep an open mind about it. Like, I don't want to have my mind made up. I know a lot of people, and it's hard, right? Because, tilting more and more towards Faison, obviously, in terms of public perception and opinion. But, I've tried to go into this with an open mind about it. It is going to be difficult, I think, for George McIntyre to win this job just based off of public opinion alone. But he'll have his opportunity in these scrimmages, and we'll see how he performs.
Back to your original question earlier in the show, would I be beside myself if they choose McIntyre as the starter? The answer is no. I mean, I want to trust Josh thinking he'd be the best guy for the job if that's what he did. I don't think that will happen. If it does, I'm willing to ride with it. I just hope then that he either succeeds, or if he doesn't succeed, we don't just stand pat on it.
No, because you're gonna, especially if Faison's out there running around. I mean, Milton got hurt in the second game the first year and had to miss time. Hendon gets hurt, blows out his knee in the 10th, 11th game in 2022.
Right.
2023, Milton made it through unscathed. 2024, Nico made it through unscathed. And, last year, Joey started and played every. So, I mean, I guess you do have a 3-year run of quarterback health, which is pretty darn good. The skeptic in us, you probably do for a guy to, have to miss a game at least.
Nico had the concussion in the Mississippi State game, but it was only the second half of the game he missed. He didn't miss the next game.
Was it Mississippi State or
it was
Arkansas?
No, it was Mississippi.
Was it here?
It was here, Mississippi State, because remember that was
yes.
It felt like a surefire win, but we kind of struggled through that one. We won.
We have gas pipe.
Yeah.
So the quote from Hypo in the locker room, we got gas pipe.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, that was
gas pipe.
I think it was only half a game. I don't think Nico.
Yeah, it was that half a game because it was the Georgia game. It was the next week, and we were all worried, and he went out there and played.
Yeah.
You say what you will about Nico Imaliava and his dad, agents, whatever. Kid was tough.
I think who knows? He's got a new coach over at UCLA. We might be hearing his name a little more this year. He might be looking a lot better.
Hey, I need to correct something right now on the live chat. This is our friend Vandy Dandy has emerged, and he's saying a lot of stuff. But
the fake Vanderbilt fan who got exposed. He's not even a Vanderbilt. He's still sticking to the bit, though. I kind of like that.
Guy?
Okay,
he said Vandy Dandy and Vandy Randy, the same guy.
Oh, it was Vandy Randy.
Because Vandy Randy is the caller.
It's got to be the same guy.
Probably.
What are the chances we have a Vandy Dandy and a Vandy Randy in the
It's true.
audience?
To be fair, we haven't heard Vandy Randy call since we pantsed him.
Vandy Dandy said Tennessee fans can't criticize Alabama anymore about pro players. Jalen Washington signed an NBA contract and played in the summer league. Incorrect. He did not sign an NBA contract. He went undrafted. He played in 2 summer league games and played as an unsigned, undrafted free agent, which allowed him to still be eligible to come back. So do not draw comparisons to what Bediako did with Alabama. Get your facts straight, Vandy Dandy.
Yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Wow.
You clown. I'm not here. I'm going to instill some much needed discipline on this YouTube chat. You coddle these people, Bob. I ain't here for it.
Well, look, because he knows that they all love Bob.
They're all
his
there?
people. They're his disciples. They follow
the Bobites.
They follow every word.
Did I coddle there? I mean, the fact of the matter is what he should be really talking. What we should be talking about is we took one of their guys yet again.
That is true. We took him.
We take what we want.
Exactly.
We don't get it back.
Little brother, you just have to take this whooping. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you about it.
Tough.
It is tough. It is very tough. All right. Quick timeout. When we continue, we'll play the game. We need 2 callers right now to play What You Talking About. We need 2 contestants. 865-966-3435 is your phone number. Dial now to play the game and win fabulous gifts and prizes. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw, Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
D. I'm Russell Smith. Got Bob Baskerville in studio with me. Walker Smith through the looking glass in your White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Pick yourself up a package of White Claw at your friendly local neighborhood convenience store or grocery store. They've got it everywhere. You can get some, it's White Claw season right now, baby. The summer, football just around the corner. Perfect night to sit out on the porch, the patio, or perhaps just inside in the kitchen. Heck, you can drink it in bed. You can have shower White Claw. Do it your way. Just do it responsibly. Drink White Claw Hard Seltzer. We got a big show lined up the rest of the way here as we get set to play What You Talk About. Yesterday, we started out with the fireworks. Defending champion Nick came in here and marked his territory. Braden LaFollette tried to come at him. Braden LaFollette was kind of like Sideshow Bob stepping on the rakes. It's just one disaster after another. I mean, when you are compared to the infamous Westchester round of a couple of years ago, you know you had a rough day.
It's a conversation you never want to see yourself in.
No.
I mean, it's the lowest of the low.
Braden LaFollette has been doing a lot of staring into the mirror, asking himself where I went wrong the past 24 hours or so.
As I would do, as I assume Bear is not doing, because he's looking at you saying you did him wrong.
Always somebody else's fault with that guy.
Hey, that's what you said it.
I mean, there's a reason we call that table over there Accountability Island, Walker.
I mean, I'm always accountable.
When things go wrong, somebody has to be held accountable.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We don't skirt responsibility here on this radio program, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
when a mistake is made, we lay blame at the feet of wherever it's supposed to be laid. All right, who we got here? This said Jalen and Jordan.
Jay
and Jordan.
Jay and Jordan.
The J boys. Okay. It is time for What You Talking About here on Fan Run Radio.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game. What you talking about? 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 What you talking about?
Jay versus Jordan. Who will go into Champions League? We're about to find out. Let's bring up our first contestant. This is Jay. Hello, Jay.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, man, we're doing very well. Thank you. Appreciate you calling in here. Have you played our game before?
I have. I was in the Final Four last year.
Nice. Well, welcome back, my friend. This is the year, perhaps, that you get over the hump. You're taking on Jordan. You get to go first here. Are you ready?
I am.
Here we go. This is a dessert flavor like vanilla. Yes, this is the race at the Brickyard every year.
Indianapolis, 400, 500.
Yes. This is Nebraska's nickname.
Cornhuskers.
This is the former head coach of the Warriors and played with the Bulls, three-point shooter.
Okay.
Yes. This is a horse-like animal, black and white stripes.
Zebra.
Yes. This is the great one of hockey.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yes. This is what you drink in the morning with cream.
Soda, coffee.
Yes. This is the conference where Michigan and Ohio State play.
Big Ten.
Yes. This is the city where the Steelers and the Pirates play.
Pittsburgh.
Yes. This is a quarterback who won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks, also played for the Broncos and the Jets.
Russell Wilson.
Yes. This is a breakfast place where they don't serve pancakes. Yes. This is the city where the Grizzlies play.
Memphis.
This is the channel that Game of Thrones and The Sopranos are on.
HBO.
Did he get that last one in? Oh,
yeah,
man,
he did.
I got it.
He did.
Yeah,
He got
the
it.
buzzer. I got 13.
I got him on a 13. Great score, Jay.
High score so far. He did not pass on anything. And, that was calm, methodical. Took a little bit long. If he had got Indy 500, been able to spit that out, I mean, he might have been able to go for 14. But
I didn't catch I'm glad you guys did. I didn't catch the name of the breakfast restaurant that doesn't.
Waffle House.
Oh.
Can you turn up the caller and turn down the music just a
Yes.
little bit, Walker? That was a little bit hard to hear. All right, Jay, well done, sir. Hang right there. Let's bring in Jordan in here next. Jordan, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Better than I deserve, boys.
Well, you played this game before, right?
I have. I was in Champions League last year.
Yes. All right, we got a couple of veteran people who didn't get in last year. They've been waiting to play this. Jay and Jordan have been chomping at the bit. Maybe this is their year. Jordan, you've got a tough hill to climb here, buddy, but you've been here before. Let's see what we can get done.
It's doable.
It's doable. All things are doable here on Fan Run Radio. Here we go. This is Jordan. He needs 13 to tie, 14 to win. Former Tennessee running back who plays for the Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
Yes, this was David Lee Roth's band.
Van Halen.
Yes, this is the Tigers of Alabama down on the plains.
Auburn.
Yes, this is a Christmas movie with Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone.
Yes, this is a quarterback who got sent to jail for dogfighting.
Vince. Michael Vick.
Yes, this is an alcoholic beverage like Miller Lite.
Beer.
Yes, this is the tennis tournament played on grass.
Wimbledon.
This is a basketball player for the Lakers who died in a helicopter crash.
Kobe Bryant.
Yes, this is where the University of Georgia is.
Athens.
Yes, this is the NFL all-time leading rusher, played for the Cowboys.
Yes.
This is what happens in baseball when you hit a 4-run homer.
Grand Slam.
Yes, this was Bill Clinton's vice president.
Al Gore.
Yes, this is a golf movie with Chevy Chase.
K-Tap.
Oh, didn't get that one in. Man,
I got 11.
that was
Also got 11.
you were too shy, Jordan. You passed on Emmitt Smith.
I know. I heard leading rusher and started racking my brain, and I didn't hear Cowboys.
Ah, my bad.
After you said Cowboys, I knew it.
Ah, my bad. That was a tough one. He is the NFL's
That's
all-time
all right.
leading rusher, right?
Yes.
Emmett. All right. Hey, good shot, Jordan. Call back, man. I think you got what it takes to get in this year.
Sounds good. Thank you, boys. Have a good day.
I think you're the disappointment in his voice. He's like, man, I just ran into a buzzsaw named Jay today. Jay, welcome back. You're back in Champions League. You might make the Final Four again, buddy.
Be here, survive in advance.
Survive in advance. You did more than survive, man. I mean, you bested Nick. The defending champion yesterday came with a 12. You got a 13.
I think me and Nick played like 3 times last year, and we split, and then he ended up getting me in Champions League, so
Wasn't
I'm ready
it?
for my revenge.
I'm pretty sure we had was it you and Nick who went to double or triple overtime last year one time?
Yeah.
We had one of those. Yeah. God,
Just an epic knockdown, drag out.
yeah.
All right, Jay, hang right there. We're going to get your phone number. You are back in What You Talking About Champions League, and there you have it. Jay putting up a big number. Very exciting right there. Congratulations, sir.
You know who would have been holding their own in these matchups?
Who's that?
Bear. Bear had 13.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying. Bear's 13 that he was throwing a fit about is not that bad a score.
Well, it's different, Bob, when you're on the phone as opposed to you're always going to put up a higher score in person. We learned that. I remember the first year we did this, and we did the championship in person. So we invited, and Bear was one of them. We invited like 3 or 4 people to come and play in studio with us. And we were shocked because the scores that are usually like 14 is a great score over the phone. But the year we did it in person, people were playing like 16, 17, 18. So I see what you're doing, though. Subtly trolling Bear this afternoon. That was an exhibition. It doesn't count. You don't have to rub Bear's face in it.
No, I'm not. That's my point.
Bear only got a 12, by the way. You got a 14. Walker got a 13.
Yeah, it was me.
No, I got a 15. Walker got...
No, that's right. 15, 14, 13
Correct.
for Bear. So Bob and I still would have beaten everyone that's tried to play here today.
Kind of.
I mean, it speaks for itself.
Of course. I mean...
I don't think it speaks for itself. I think that I'd like to see you step outside the studio on your phone, go up against Nick, the defending champion, or Jay for that matter, who beat him so far this year.
I did 17 on the phone last year, man.
On the phone?
Yes.
It was on the phone.
Yes.
I don't recall that.
And I had 18. I just missed it by the buzzer. So yes, it was on the phone.
All right.
It was on the phone.
All right. I'm saying, like, you talk a lot. Talk a lot over there, Bobby.
Not really. I mean, I was supporting Bear, saying his score was not as bad as he thought.
Oh, you were supporting Bear the same way you were supporting Josh Heupel's new gear, and on to you, man. It's not even on to you. Your games are so shallow. The veneer is so thin. It's not hard to penetrate and see through what you're trying to do
You
here.
would get along with my wife, great. Too much predictive behavior. You think you know and you don't. So
that's
okay, Jim Mora. Oh man,
that's the right mentality to have.
This
you don't know me as well as you think you do.
Correct.
I don't think you know you. If that's true, I don't think you know you as well as you think you do.
Oh man.
Oh man, without Bear here, I've got to psychoanalyze somebody. Might as well be Bob.
It won't be me.
Congratulations to Jay. This week's What You Talk About winner. Today's What You Talk About winner will play again tomorrow. Your chance to win fabulous gifts and or prizes. Open lines the rest of the way. If you want to chime in, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board, 966-3435. First preseason practice of the year for the Volunteers today. We have been breaking it down to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. All day long here on Fan Run Radio, going back to when these reports started to trickle out during the Basilio show. I'm sure John will have his take bright and early tomorrow morning on Talk Sports. Heard William and the boys talking about it. And don't forget, we're not done here in 25 minutes anymore. No, we've got overtime. My man Garrett, Scamming G, coming your way next on many of these Fan Run affiliates from 6 until 8 p.m. And we'll get his take on what happened in practice. To first look at the quarterbacks. A lot of talk about TK Keys and Tyreek King, a couple of young receivers who we got to see for the first time. And everybody's going through those practice videos that are all over the place online right now, looking for clues, looking for tells on who might be the breakout stars for the Big Orange this year. Let's get a call from Jamie. Good afternoon, Jamie. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
My phone's doing some crazy crap. I apologize. So, Russ, in the first hour, you were talking about the two quarterbacks. You know, something that I don't know if you brought it up or Bob or anybody else, but here's where I come down on it. I want it to be Faison for the simple fact that McIntyre has been here a year longer and hasn't separated himself. And I want a quarterback who is, you know, if I have to play a guy who's a 9 over a guy that's a 10, but he's got, you know, more upside, I would do that. Does that make sense?
I mean, what you're saying makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense if it's me. Maybe this is oversimplifying it. I'm Josh Heupel. I'm in my 6th year. I'm playing the guy that gives me the best chance to win, period. And I'm not looking down on George necessarily because he's not as far along as I would like him. If he's further along than Faison, you play him. I think.
Even if it's minuscule, you would, I guess. And I understand your strategy. It makes sense. It's sound strategy. I get it. I'm just of the book that if I've got a guy who's a true freshman who can compete with you after you've been here for 2 years, yeah, he's my guy.
Well,
I just think that he's going to grow a little bit faster.
Yeah.
If McIntyre has not separated himself, you know, enough to be the starter.
I mean, to answer your question, it just depends on what your definition of minuscule is. Like, if minuscule is George is a little bit better, but you can still win with Faison, and you think by giving Faison that experience that he will improve quickly enough to where that minuscule advantage is no more, then yeah, I would probably give some thought to just going ahead and playing Faison in that situation. You got to win the games, man. I mean, I think that is the bottom line at this point. Nobody wants to talk about building for the future here. And even if people pretend even if people pretend that they want to, that they're okay with building for the future right now, see, one thing to say on August 5th, I guarantee you, if we're on the struggle bus against Georgia Tech and we get in a game with Auburn or Texas, nobody's going to care about experience or anything like that. They just want a quarterback who can run the system and win.
Yeah, and I get it. I guess it's just I'm just thinking, man, if you were the guy, then you would have separated yourself by now, and that's just kind of how I look at it. And of course, it's no fault of his own that he had to sit behind a guy who wasn't going to be here. You know that I'm a big Heupel guy. I think he's a great offensive mind, but some of his decisions just are puzzling. Like, okay, you're gonna play a backup quarterback in mop up duty who's not going to be here, and the guy who is going to be here doesn't get to play.
Yeah.
Tell me how that makes sense.
No,
But,
I mean, that was obviously a blunder. And I think that you would just have so much more information, right? If you had just played George last year above Merklinger, we would certainly have more comfort in making a prediction one way or the other between these two guys. But I think you have to be fair to George. Like we just haven't seen him yet. And
you're right.
If Faison comes out there and he's clearly head and shoulders better, then you play Faison and George hopefully will play ball and be your backup this year. Obviously, I would expect him to transfer after the season in that situation. But man, there's just so much unknown with this quarterback race.
I mean, we haven't seen George, and we've also not seen Faison. You keep hearing the reports that they're very close, and that right there tells me if I'm coach, if my sophomore can't separate himself from my freshman, and they're close, my freshman's playing. That's just that, and I don't know if that. I just want to get y'all's opinion because sometimes I have bad takes. I don't know if y'all noticed that. So I just want to see, Bob, you've got to am I landing close to what your way of thinking is on that with Faison?
Yes. No, you're like almost spot on. I just feel like if we're going to take our lumps, let's take it with the guy that I firmly believe is going to have more upside. And let's just kind of cut to the chase on that. And, eyes wide open, we'll probably lose McIntyre if that happens, but I don't worry about that too much. We're bringing other prospects in. So we're aligned.
Yeah. It's a different era. You're right, Bob. It's a different era. And I'm still trying to, come to grips with it and keep it in mind whenever I'm doing my figuring about this stuff. It's like, yeah, man, you can always go out and get a guy, that's experienced. But, I just think, man, if I was McIntyre, man, I would have, I'm a high 4-star, low 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Man, I would have hoped he would have done like a Peyton or a Heath and come out here. Well, maybe not Heath, but just come out here in the off season, just wow everybody. Physically, mentally, playbook. And it just doesn't. From what we're hearing, it's just not like we're not hearing that. And then you see pictures of the guy, and you're like, has anybody shown you where the weight room is around here? I mean. What are you, 20 now? And you can't put on some muscle a little bit in a major college football program?
The thing, just to push back on that a little bit, Jamie, I feel like we did hear some of that last year about this time in the offseason. It's like, oh, man, George, he's skinny, needs to get in the weight room, but he's got plenty of time to do that. But, man, he's got all the tools, throws a nice ball, he's tall, leadership, like he's processes fast. And then maybe we didn't hear as much of that as we wanted to this offseason, but I think a lot of that was because of Faison, because he's the next new thing, and now everybody's excited about him again. Like I lean towards thinking Faison is going to be the guy, but I don't know that I'm buying this notion of George has had over a year now to establish himself and all this stuff, and he just hasn't done it.
I will say this though too is, and again, you can't just. I don't want this to be a total indictment on George McIntyre, but I do believe when these guys are in high school, when they're coming out as 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever the case may be, and they're at a position like quarterback, you would be of the mind to think that they dominate in high school. Okay, and I think back to McIntyre's junior year. I can't speak to what he did his senior year. His junior year, his team was 2-9. Yeah. They were not good. And I know that you need other players, but still, if they're that mercurial, you would expect them to be able to take games into their own hands and just somehow find a way to dominate. And the fact that he didn't do that, that's what rings in my head still too. I mean, it doesn't mean he's a bad player, but it's like something tells me Faison Brandon would not be a part of a team that's like finishes their season 2-9 in high school. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bob, because I mean, this is big time football here at UC. We're playing the best conference, and we're expected to be a playoff program. You better be pretty dynamic at the quarterback position. So I agree with that 100%. All right, well, that's all I had, guys. It's like you said, Russell, what a great time of year. Summer winding down, talking football, fall camp, getting practice reports. What you talking about, man? It's like it's football eve around here, guys. Y'all hang in there.
Kids going back to school. Be time for a pot of chili here before you know it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk for the first time this afternoon. It's a final now. The Chicago Cubs had defeated the LA Dodgers 7-6 in Wrigley. How about that?
My condolences, Bob.
I've been communicating with Jason Scheck.
Was that 6 in a row?
That's 6 in a row. He's a Cubs fan, and he has every reason to gloat. They're playing well. The Dodgers are not, but this too shall pass. I'm okay.
Is it over?
Yeah, 7-6.
No, I'm talking about the season. Is it over?
No, I'm not like you.
Dodgers
man.
are done?
No.
You lost 6 in a row, man.
Don't confuse me with you.
Whoa.
I don't check out on my team. They'll be fine.
Never checked out.
Oh, yeah.
Been right here this whole time.
Yes, right.
Never wavered.
Gotcha.
865-966-3435. What do you want to do, Walker? Break or phone calls?
Let's take a break so we can get the last two phone calls in.
It's your world, buddy. I'm just living in it. I'm just along for Walker's ride.
We'll take us to break.
Stay with us. More of your phone calls coming up.
The Drive, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Is your car ready for the road ahead? At Matlock Tire and Auto Service, they've got everything you need to keep you and your family safe on the road. Whether you need new tires, a quick oil change, or expert repairs, Matlock is your one-stop shop that keeps you moving safely. Matlock's certified technicians offer top-notch service for brakes, alignments, batteries, and more. Plus, they carry all the top tire brands, and they're the home of the world-famous Price Match Guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and they'll match the exact same tire for the exact same price. That's how Matlock Tire goes the extra mile for you. Convenient, reliable, affordable. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Visit any of their 5 area locations in East Tennessee, in Farragut, Lenoir City, Maryville, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment online today at matlocktireservice.com.
Is your smile ready for the spotlight? Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco, and at Knoxville Smiles, we make every visit a reason to smile. From routine cleanings to dazzling cosmetic treatments, our experienced team uses the latest technology to keep your teeth healthy and your smile bright. With a warm, welcoming atmosphere and personalized care, we're here to make sure you leave feeling your best. Don't wait. Your perfect smile is just a call away. Book your appointment today at 865-539-1776 or online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
6 until 8 p.m. as soon as we are done here. Don't touch that dial. Fan Run taking you through the 8 p.m. hour again this evening. Let's get Bud in Savannah in here next. What's up, Bud?
How y'all doing today?
Hey, we're doing well. Thanks, man.
I want to give you a story about eating crow.
Okay.
I used to go for Jeffrey Stewart and for Randy Moore back in the early 90s, middle 90s. And I got the pleasure of going to, we had 2 freshman quarterbacks. They was trying to be backup to the starting quarterback at the time. And I told him, I said, I think Brandon Stewart is a better quarterback. What I seen in practice. And then come, you know who the other quarterback was?
It was Peyton, and I remember you're talking about practice. I remember watching the games. I remember watching the Alabama game in 1994, Peyton's freshman year, and thinking,
"Oh, to the wrong side."
Yeah, I was thinking we're crazy for playing this Manning kid because Brandon Stewart is at least running around and making some plays.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what I said. That's what I said at first. I said this dude can run. I said, and who was the quarterback that got hurt? Well, I can't remember his
Jerry
name.
Colquitt.
It'll come to Jerry Colquitt. That name, I know he's come to me a little bit. I'll forget. It'll come to me about an hour or two now. But I thought Brandon Stewart's going to be the man. I told everybody that. And boy, did I not look, I was eating crow. And then after I wrote for them, the next time they put me on offensive and defensive lineman where I was at. I got to see some good players. I got to see Stephen Garcia play for down in Bradenton, Florida, and I got to see C.J. Spillner out of Lake Butler, Florida. I've seen some mighty good players. I got blessed in my time writing with Jeffrey Stewart. I just do a little profile on them. It's easy on offensive and defensive linemen. I mean, you just do yes or no. And, you know, but the guard, can he step back? Is he quick to adjust and stuff like that? It's a lot easier for that. But quarterback play for me, Brandon Stewart, like he's going to be the man. And then he went to selling cars and insurance after he got done playing, I reckon. And they turned out pretty good. So, yeah. I had to eat a lot of crow in that. I just want to share that with you.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Bud. You weren't the only one on the whole Peyton Manning, Brandon Stewart situation back from 1994. But, I mean, that just goes to show, too, because there were a lot of people who thought that Brandon Stewart was the better quarterback midway through the 1994 season. And Philip Fulmer and David Cutcliffe were pretty insistent on playing Peyton Manning that year, and I guess in hindsight they kind of knew what they were doing. Getting paid, professional coaches by like not pro coaches, but professionals. They're paid a lot to make those decisions, and I guess they kind of knew what they were doing, taking Peyton Manning over Brandon Stewart.
You'd like to hope so.
Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Sorry, it had to be you, Bob. Cubs have my interest again. You're at the disposal of your Dodgers. I hate that it had to be you. Cubs are hot right now, Russ.
Yeah,
Cubbies. I'll switch allegiances, man. If my Braves blow up, I'll jump on that Cubbies bandwagon.
You know, us poor West Knox kids growing up. I say poor West Knox. That's kind of ironic, but us West Knox kids growing up, you either had WGN if you were poorer, or you had TBS. And some people watch both. Russ,
I watched them both.
Put you in that category.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was sick with it, man. You come home from school, Harry Carey and the Cubs on.
Hi.
Rhino, Hawk, Gracie,
Sean Dunston.
Shawan Dunston. Oh, man. Love the Cubs.
Egrat Cram at first base. Hi. Yeah, I mean, baseball's gearing up, man. It's actually turning into something. Yeah, I thought the Dodgers were going to run away with it. Like I said, Bob, I don't think the Dodgers are done. But and Struble wasn't bad last night, for the record. The best player on the Cubs last night, like last year, was Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
Right, Bob?
Yeah. They.
How about that error? That's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, it was.
$60 million a year for that guy.
$60 million
for who?
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
And he bats sixth.
Hey, man, the Braves are paying Ha-Seong Kim $20 million to ride the bench this year and hit about 0.63. What was it, Walker? He's like, was he 0.80 or something?
It was below
sub 100.
It was sub 100. If you're below sub 100, does the number really
$20 million? I mean, I could probably do that.
I'd love to do that. Sign me up.
That's the longest outing I've watched Tarek Skubal pitch. And one thing I'm struck by, he looks like a damn bulldog or something, man. He is like a stocky dude.
Hoss.
Yeah, he's thick.
Yeah.
He's thick.
But, I wanted to hit one more thing. I know you guys got to jump. If George McIntyre is now 6'8", like is being bandied about on the interweb, does his 13 pounds he gained count? That's just bone growth, right?
I haven't seen that. Are we saying that George McIntyre grew? He's 6'8" now?
Like he was 6'6" last year. They're bandying about that he's closer to 6'8" now. And now they're dumbing down his height. You ever heard that one? Dumbing down a quarterback's height because he's too tall? Should he have just, I would say this sincerely, if I'm not making a joke, I'm not poking at him at all. Should he have stuck with basketball? Because he was an incredible basketball player in high school.
Maybe. Yeah, we heard he could dunk. He was a great.
If he's touching 6'8", maybe get him on with Rick and the boys. Maybe get him under Maidenwald. Put some weight on him.
There you go.
See you guys.
Thank you. The first George McIntyre should go out for basketball take of the season. I love day one of preseason practice.
The hope is in the air.
Yes, hope springs eternal. All right, we got to get out of here. Overtime headed your way next. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thunder Dan Harrelson is on the show. We'll get